Hello?
Hello.
What's up?
Smitty, you want me to unmute you?
I wasn't aware I was muted. I shouldn't be muted anymore.
No, you're good now, man.
Okay.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up?
We're missing some people.
What's up?
What's up?
You know, I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure it was my idea to do this show earlier, and I was terrified I was going to be late.
Showed up on time.
I got Jake's cave geckos, and so I was getting my cord out of my bag, but I was like, I got to take a picture or 3 or 5. So that's why we started right as it was going on. No prep, no nothing. So
Shoot
rock
from
and
the
roll.
hip here. Can y'all hear me okay over there?
Yeah, you sound all right.
All right, cool.
We got a full house tonight already.
Yeah, man.
stacked. Is Billy hopping on?
I mean, I thought he was. Let me double check. I don't know. Is Casey coming or is he under the weather?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Is my dryer too loud? Or is the audio good?
I heard like clicking, but now that you say it's a dryer, it makes sense. But it's not bad or anything like that. So
yeah. Let me find our cohorts. Stand by.
So this isn't a Snakes and Stogies. Well, it's not quite a Snakes and Stogies. It's not quite a THP. We figured as I don't know if Chris is coming or not too. We just figured since we would end up having basically a Snakes and Stogies Daytona recap and then a THP Daytona recap, why not just do one show, get it all out there, all that good stuff, crossover event, whatever you want to call it. So
the THN gathering.
That's right. I don't even
People
know. Like
demanded the show.
I don't think I can even do I'm not going to make it a THP episode, so I don't have a number for it, and it's not a Snakes and Stogies, so I don't have a number for that either. So it just is.
It's
I
just
guess
an episode.
It's an episode.
It's an episode of the Herpetoculture Network.
So I figured because we're sort of doing both, we'll go ahead and list off all of our sponsors for THN.
Hey.
So blackboxenclosures.com, blackboxcages.com, right here. Check them out, Facebook, Instagram, blackboxcages.com. Danielle picked her up a BioG over the weekend. I have an XT4 I have to build for some Ackies. That's going to be a video coming down the pipeline here soon. Awesome stuff. I think just about everyone here except maybe Geoff and Kendra have some black box stuff.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
It's on the way.
So check them out, and then Puget Sound Pythons. So the people at the very bottom right-hand corner of your screen here, right below Phil, right below his right titty.
My favorite titty.
Puget Sound Pythons. Check them out. Y'all got anything for sale right now?
We got babies that are just getting their first meals, but we'll have a ton of ball pythons, desert ghost combos, that kind of stuff.
Nice. Yeah. So check them out as well, Facebook and Instagram. Hit them up, give them a follow, pay attention to what they're going to be releasing here soon. Steve Snakesuary and his Venom Hot Sauce. Check that out. As always, if you get his hot sauce, you're helping him out with his rehabilitations, relocations, removals, educational events and booths that he sets up, and just overall taking care of the animals that he has in his collection that are a part of him doing all of that. So check that out. SteveSnakesuary.com. This is actually more difficult when you have to rattle them all off.
Yeah.
But it's good, man.
It's really only one extra.
I know. It's tough. Well, then we're going to go ahead and shout out Silent Hill Reptiles.
Oh, yeah. Got to.
There were a lot of corns at the show over the weekend, but there weren't any Silent Hill corns, and that made me sad. So give them a follow as well, Facebook, Instagram, SilentHillReptiles.com. And we're here. I think, Billy, is Casey coming on?
He is. I just sent him the link.
Okay.
Okay.
What about
There
Chris?
you go.
Did you? I did not send the link to Chris.
I saw Danielle in the comments said Chris is not coming, so I don't know.
Well, oddly enough, and I guess it shouldn't be much of a surprise, but there are several people in the gang that are feeling under the weather. But it's not from alcohol or anything like that. It's because we were in a giant cesspool breathing in the same air as like several thousand other people.
Yes.
So, okay, Chris is not coming. So Chris normally would have been here, but because he's old and sickly, we're going to go ahead and wish him all the best in a fast, speedy recovery.
Yes.
Well, I just sent him the link, and he's word bubbles typing.
Oh.
And he says he is definitely under the weather and will not be joining us. And he sent me a selfie, and he looks very sad. I'm sorry, Chris. We love you.
We love you so much, buddy.
Get better soon.
Good thing it doesn't affect his hearing, and then he can sit here and watch us.
Yeah, he's not
He says,
here.
He says, pray for your boy. I sent him a bunch of X's and O's.
That's my dog.
It's the man.
He's the man.
And no reply from Casey as of yet. But he saw it, so hopefully he is plugging in his bathroom.
Getting his globe ready.
Yes.
You know. Yeah.
He's got to tell a story where he almost got bit by a pygmy today over the weekend.
Really? Oh.
I'll let him tell it.
There he is.
He's in a vehicle.
He is driving.
Oh God.
What's up? Yeah, I'm still not back where I'm supposed to be right now after all of Daytona. I just loaded up a bunch of hatchling racks from my parents' house, and yeah, now I'm back on the road.
Nice.
Casey is borderline nomadic.
I really
He
am.
really is.
A man with no bed.
He can never sit in the same place too long.
So
Man, I thought
have
I
we
just
talked
burned a hole
about
in this
the
little
the
vomit
sickness
shirt.
that's going around at the post Daytona show? Because yeah. For those not
Casey,
knowing,
I'm not
I have
pregnant.
COVID. Chris Painchef has COVID. Several other people are talking like they have COVID.
Not
Interesting.
me.
Not
Yeah,
me.
I can't hear anything. It hurts when I sneeze.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I've had it like 3 times already, so I think
Yeah.
I'm pretty much immune to just about any strain that's floating around out there that's in the U.S., I guess. It might be a different story if I went overseas.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Different strains in Europe.
But Gendra, you flew and you're feeling okay, right?
We're golden. We took a test. Not pregnant. We're good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Hey!
Excellent.
Oh,
Nice.
Congratulations.
That clicking sound is
How-
plates breaking in the background.
I'm probably going to pause it.
I'm going to try to connect you guys to my car. So if I fuck up, that's what happened. And I apologize.
Noted. So, how was everybody's weekend?
Epic.
Busy.
Billy vended.
Yeah.
How did that go?
It went well. I have this mentality when I vend that if I sell one snake, it's a success, and I did that and then some. So it was a really good weekend. Got to hang out with all you guys, meet a lot of people I haven't met before in person, like Chris, Ben. Saw Brennan again, his buddy Austin. It was just a great time, you know. And the vending part, I mean, it's a little stressful, but I mean, you know, that's kind of what we do this for, you know, to be able to get in that position and meet people and network and have a good time and stuff. So I was happy with it. I know there's a lot of vendors that weren't happy. I think overall it was a slower show than it's been in the past, you know, few years. But I think with everything going how it's going, you know, with inflation and then of course all the legislation in Florida and stuff, I don't know. There's a lot of different theories I can come up with why people weren't buying like they usually do, but definitely made a few sales, and it was a good time. So I can't complain. Can't wait till next year.
I would agree. I thought what was super cool is, Billy and Casey's booth was kind of the home base, the base camp.
Yeah, it was the hangout spot.
It was the hangout spot, and I loved watching Gendra come behind the table to like drop off some stuff they bought, or just to like sit down and recharge, but they can't help but see a customer or a person walk by, and they go, "Hey, how's it going?" And it's like, boom, show turns on, and all of a sudden they're selling shirts, and it was fun. I loved it. It was good. So
Yeah,
I also,
Yeah, it was a weird show though, where it's about as busy as I've ever seen Daytona, but I don't know. I didn't really see anybody buying anything other than corn snakes, which our little group seems to have bought like at least 20% of the corn snakes available at that show.
I don't know. I think I think wasn't Justin the only one that got corns?
I sold you guys more than I went home with,
Corn snakes
so
available at that show.
That's my house right now.
oh man, what a sucker!
well, I think every single person in our friend group went home with a corn.
I did
Except
not.
for-
They
except-
should've.
I didn't.
I
Just
did
in
not
case
go home.
Georgia DNR is listening, I did not.
Yes. Casey did
yeah.
not.
I did
I
not
did
go home
not.
with the corn either. I got
Yeah,
yellow.
they're all
I got
here.
yellow rats, but no corns.
No corn.
There was
Oh.
one Dion's in the building, but some people decided not to put it out. So if you were there
Crazy.
shopping for a Dion's,
Damn, calling you guys out.
there was one, but it was buried under corns in another box.
under corns.
It was taped up. We couldn't get to it.
I did show Chris it because Chris was getting a pair, and so Chris was like, "I want to see it," so I showed him. He thought
Yeah,
they
it's
were
cool,
as hell.
man. We'll see. We'll see if that thing leaves or not.
I was gonna say he hit it because he wants to
I'll
keep
say
it.
if it doesn't, let me know, and I probably will have a female for it to match, just in case.
Dun, 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 dun.
Interesting.
Neither confirm nor deny.
I'll say one crazy thing that we saw was we were buying the Clownhead Desert Ghost at Fireball, and he sold 3 $10,000 snakes, I believe, while we were there standing there. I was like, holy crap, who drops that much money? But
Yeah.
Serious buyers.
Must
Taking
be
pictures
nice.
of their money
Must
with the
be
banner
nice.
and right.
Yes. My buddy Steve did the same thing. He sold a couple snakes in that price range. And he's like, yeah, see if somebody, hopefully more people want to buy stuff. I'm like, screw you, dude.
Yeah.
You made more on one sale than I have my whole breeding career.
Yeah, people complaining about selling $15,000 for the snakes and that not being enough. Like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Oh.
Wow. Must be lonely at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Now
sucks.
I'm gonna walk outside and my Lamborghini's gonna have a flat tire. Shit. This weekend's horrible. Ruined.
Terrible.
Damn it! Let me just wipe my tears with $100 bills.
I can only eat at Hyde Park one night this weekend. Shit. No, so
God.
Patrick asked, were there any female bredli? And now that I think about it, now that he asked that, I don't think I saw any other bredli other than the ones that Billy had at his table. But at the same time, it's very possible that I completely missed any
So-
others that were there because
I don't think there
I
were
feel like
any.
I missed a
So,
ton of
okay. So, what's that table with all the boa constrictors that...
Da Vinci?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. They had a pair of Brettles on their table, and I swear to God, dude, this is the biggest freaking female Brettles python I have ever seen in my life. Dude,
Really?
this girl's like, her head was the size of my hand. She was
Appreciate you telling
gigantic.
me so I can go check it out.
I didn't
Yeah,
even
I
see
mean,
that.
they were in
didn't-
like kind
I
of a
didn't even
crappy
stop
little
at the
tub. I
table.
wouldn't have trusted it, but like,
Oh, just
it
to
was
see
a
it.
monster, like fat rolls, just huge Brettles python.
Yeah, I missed that one. I didn't stop at their table and actually like look. I walked by it about a million times, but there was just always a handful of people standing there.
Dude, I
Yeah.
know there's stuff I missed at that show. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
did
absolutely.
not-
People
I
were
did
sending
not
pictures of
see anything
rhinos
there,
and
like,
barons, and I'm like, I didn't see any of
I
this.
saw some
So,
barons. I did see the rhinos too. Yeah.
Where were they?
I don't freaking know, dude.
Were they in the main room?
I don't. Yes, they were in the main room. I know that. That's all I. Can
There
tell
was
you.
some bear dye.
There was plenty of
I saw
barons.
those. Those were nice.
So
That's all because of you, buddy.
$300
when I
bucks a pop.
first
Yeah,
walked
right?
into the second room,
Shit.
That was the first thing I noticed because I noted, like, right off the bat, I saw there was at least 2 or 3 tables that had Bairds. I mean, one of them was Jason Hood. The other one was a guy, I can't remember the name of his table, but he had some Mexicans. I think, yeah, they were like $275 a piece or something like that.
Is that the same guy that me and Chris got the Janai from?
Yes.
Okay.
Dan got some king snakes from him too.
Some nice ones. Those are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then when you went over to the main room, there was a ton of Bairds for sale on other tables and stuff. Jordan Parrott was there with his Mexicans, which he makes some really killer Bairds.
I kept telling myself to wait for you, man. I'm not gonna lie. I saw those Barretts. I was like, man, I low-key just want to get some. I was like, nope. One of my best friends keeps plenty of Barretts. Gotta wait.
Yeah.
Gotta wait.
So I saw there was a lot of Bairds, more Bairds than I've ever seen at any show. There was more pine snakes, northern pines in particular, that I've seen than any other show. Because last year was like when I was shopping around for northern pines, I wanted to at least get one, but there was, I think, 2 in the building at the time, and they were, I don't know, $350 a piece or something like that. But this year, walk in, I'm not in the market for northern pines, and there's a ton, and they're actually relatively reasonably priced, I think. So
yeah, I saw Ocean County pine.
There's a ton of Pituopa stuff in general there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were. It was
lot of
awesome
variety.
to see. It was awesome to see. I loved it.
There's a huge northern white lip male there too on one of the
Oh
tables.
my! That was an
God,
that was an
that
Albright's table. That was a
thing
really
was
gorgeous
fucking
snake.
Huge, man.
Yeah. Ours are not that size. Like, I was like, Dan, do I feed mine enough? Because that thing was huge.
I think he's been trying to sell that thing for like the entire time we've been trying to keep reptiles, though.
Somebody
If it's
else
like
said
the monster
same
one that's
thing,
like
man.
way bigger than any white lip you've ever seen, and it's on his table, I think it's the same one that I've seen for like 12 years.
Somebody else said the same thing. I was like, dude, look at this freaking white lip. He's like, yeah, I think it's the same one that they've been trying to sell for like 10 years. I was like, oh God,
Jesus.
that's
Could
insane.
be.
Well, I will say this. I went to almost every single boa breeder that was there looking for a Peruvian longtail. And I even went to Da Vinci, and they were like, you're the 5th person to ask me today. And I was like, really? That's shocking. But I found one. But it was at some oddball table. I don't even know the breeder, but it was probably an adult shoved inside of a large deli. And I held it upside down to like look at its tail, and the tail was stubby, and the head
long.
looked right. The tail was not long. The head looked right. It had that big widow's peak that went straight down with that gray and purple contrast. But it was $800.
I told you to talk to Elijah, right?
Well, yeah. It's in the work. I'm going to do that. But
Okay.
I wound up doing other projects instead. So yeah. But I just thought that was interesting. That like,
Is Casey getting pulled over?
No, he's just driving.
No.
Wait,
I
what?
just saw blue lights. I thought I saw blue
Yeah,
lights.
it's,
I thought Casey-
somebody beside me was getting pulled over.
Thank God.
Nice.
As
nice.
Casey
That
guns
would
it and
be
starts heading for a border.
hilarious.
But yeah, there was a lot of weird, unique stuff, man. A lot of it.
No, it was really good to see. There's a lot of variety at the show.
Da Vinci had some IMGs.
Yeah.
But I don't remember
The
seeing
guys
any
next
others.
to Dylan Heine, they had some IMGs.
Did they?
Dylan had some IMGs.
Tam Don Reptiles
Yeah.
is where our buddies picked up IMG combos from.
Cool. So what did we all leave with?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. What did everybody get at the show?
And
You wanna
then
go-
wallet.
You want to go round robin?
Yeah.
I got a black-headed python.
Ooh.
Yeah, he did.
You did?
Oh, I
damn.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll start with Casey. Casey, what
Yeah,
else did you
no,
pick up?
I traded a trio of hypobrettles for a large yearling female black-headed python. That's from a line that does that like color fader thing.
Ooh.
So
Nice.
I think that's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
fantastic, man.
Must be a good one.
Yeah, we
I also had
definitely
an old
all
customer of
played
mine
with
reach out and say like, "Hey, I've got some baby brettles that are from a hypo dad to a genetic strike mom. And if you're interested in them, you can pick them up." And I ended up picking them up from him because I know the lineage is good. So I'll raise those guys up for a little while and kind of see what I want to do with them. It was a really female heavy clutch too. So there's like 2 males and like 6 females.
Wow.
And going back to what we were talking about Brettles earlier, I'll be honest. I think that Casey and Billy were the only people at the show that actually had Brettles for sale besides that monster you guys saw, because we had multiple people come to look at the table. And in fact, we had that one guy come back twice because he had 2 different clients that wanted them. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Isn't that odd when someone's like the errand runner for someone else and they're like, I have someone who wants to buy this very specific Brettles, and you're like, who is it? Well, I can't tell you that, but
well, I don't know about that. It was more like my client wants one and I don't have them, so I'm going to buy them and flip them. You know.
I have a friend named Bruce Wayne who's looking for some Brettles pythons.
So Casey, was the black the only thing you grabbed?
He got crabs.
Oh my god.
He also got a blue tongue skink in his condo. This is awesome.
Yeah, that he did. That he did.
He almost died.
I don't
Wait, for the record, guys,
Yes.
I also I can't hear anything. Like, my hearing with COVID right now is like 80% diminished. Like, I can't hear shit right now.
Was the black pad the only thing you got?
I think that's a thing.
Yeah.
Christmas
I mean,
vacation.
I did pick up a piebald female ball python. Somebody wanted to trade something for. So other than that, not really.
Okay.
Jesus,
And
what?
Anna Maria wants to know where Anita is because she did kill it selling her T-shirts.
She
But
did.
yeah, Anita did better than both of us put together.
Hell yeah.
I got my
she's
Willoughby shirt and I like it a lot. I saved it
I know,
specifically
right?
for tonight.
Looks good, buddy.
I was
I'm
gonna
happy with how
wear.
this turned out.
I was gonna wear them, but everything's down in the wash because
Look, he's still in his Hawaiian shirt.
Ours are in the dryer.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
was like trying to dry it frantically so I could wear it for the podcast, but it was soaking wet still.
I think Phil's just gonna always wear Hawaiian shirts now.
Yeah.
He got a taste of it.
Look, it's
Also-
95 degrees out here. It's 72% humidity. I'm dying for you people.
I was gonna say that's how it always is down there.
Yeah, but I don't sit outside.
You do every show.
I know. All right.
That's
So
different because you're suffering and you know you're going to suffer.
maybe. Enough of my Hawaiian shirts. Smitty, what'd you end up picking up?
Bears.
Couldn't
Corns.
help yourself.
I couldn't.
so
I
modest.
wasn't planning on getting any more Bairds. But my 2 visual hypos are males, and then the one that I hatched out that's a het, I believe is female, but I don't know 100%. And so I don't know about you guys, but when I get into that show now, I kind of have an idea of sort of what I'm looking for and who's going to have it. And so I sort of walked in after they opened that second room like 15 minutes early. And then when the other room finally opened, I made a beeline for like Trumbauer's table and Tony D. That was like the first stop, just because they always have just killer stuff. I think I passed by Ward's table. He's a big corn snake guy. I looked at some honeys because that was the top of the list was a female honey of any kind. I don't care. Like, it just has to be a female and has to be honey. So I stopped by Ward's table. He had a couple, and then I was like, wait a second. I wonder if Mike Falcon is vending again, which he's who I got my honey motley from last year. That's doing phenomenally, and it's a gorgeous snake. And so I went to his table, and lo and behold, he had a pair. So, like, without hesitation, bought the female. And then he had another, he had it labeled as an Ultra Tessera Fader. But apparently, I talked to Chris, and he's like, it's basically just Vanishing Stripe. But that was just a weird looking corn. And
Dude, that corn is awesome.
I got that one, and I'm going to be really anxious to see how that turns out because the Ultra stuff is pretty cool. And then, where did I go after that? Then I went to Trumbauer's table. He had some hypos. Jesus. He had a bunch of females and like a couple of males, but supposedly this is some new strain of hypo or albino, whatever you want to call it. And I asked him about it because I was curious. And from what I recall, is this hypo or albino cropped up from like Davis Mountain area animals, where the original strain, I believe, came from Loma Alta stuff for like the east side of the range. It's either the east side or they're not entirely sure. I don't remember. So he had females, and like for $100, I grabbed a het, and they're look really good. So got that, and then after sort of making my rounds again, went by the NBK Reptiles table, who was with Firehorse, which they always have some really nice stuff. I remember last year they had some killer stuff. So I was looking through some of what he had, and he had like between all the Het Scaleless and Het Palmetto stuff was just this male cinder. It was labeled as a Tessera stripe, but Chris is saying it's just a stripe, which actually makes sense after looking at it. There's just a male just sitting there, really killer looking animal, like nice rust colored stripes going down the back. It was $90, and so I was like, hell yeah! I think I had to. I couldn't make it to the ATM, so I was like, Brats, come here real quick. Let me cop a 20. And then Casey owed me $20, so I was like, Casey, give Jake the $20 you owe me. So I went home with 3 corns in the Bairds, and then I got some. There was another table that was selling some wood pieces that they straight up got out of their yard, I think. Like they just had little things on their table saying, make us an offer. We don't want to go home with any of it. And I think they literally just got out of their backyard. So I got some nice big pieces of wood for the Aki cage that's going to get built here soon. And yeah, so it was. I feel like I was fairly controlled. Like I exercised some self-control. I didn't go too crazy.
Self-restraint.
That's right.
Justin, it does crack me up the fact that you live right next to coastal South Carolina and you just bought some driftwood.
Well, see, that's the thing is like I do usually go out. We have a beach
that stuff's
here.
free like 20 minutes away from you, right?
It is, but okay. So there's a state park here that has a beach, and they have a ton of down trees and stuff after Hurricane Matthew, and so there's driftwood everywhere out there. The thing is I always feel kind of weird taking driftwood from it because they're kind of, it's like frowned upon.
It's frowned upon for sure to take stuff from the beach.
Even though there's like an entire forest of down trees out there. So I try to, when I go out there and get some, I don't try to take a lot. I'll take like 1 or 2 decent sized pieces and then cut them as needed. But I don't know. These, like I got for what did I pay for those? Like, I don't even think you were there. Danny was there. I think I paid like $50 for these 2 decent sized pieces. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I can't deny that.
Yep.
I mean, he got some good wood. Yep.
And Harry, I'm not mad that you're short. I'm happy that you're my height. FYI, brother. So I kept meeting all these people I never met in person. Everyone's taller than me. And then Harry came around the corner and he's like, "Hey, it's Harry." And I was like, "Oh my God, it is. And you're my height. This is fantastic." So
yeah, no, it was actually weird. I saw Harry from like a distance and I was like, "Hey, I think that's fucking Claiborne." I'm like, "Hey, Harry." I was like, "What's up?" Yeah, that was awesome.
What are you doing?
Awesome. Great. And hey, and Billy Jenkins got some IJs from Kohler, and those things were screaming, man, screaming. So
yeah, you got some nice ones.
So
Jake, what did you get?
Does the stuff I had Montrose deliver count?
Sure.
Okay, so I had Montrose deliver me.
You left Daytona County with it, so therefore it counts.
Yes. Okay, so I left Daytona with a pair of Gulf hammock rats, a pair of Nebraska fox snakes.
Super cool.
Yeah, those are fucking awesome, man. Those are probably my favorite pickups. Got an awesome trio of South Florida yellow rats that were kind of a whim because the male was stupid nice.
How's South Florida? How south in South Florida?
I don't know. I got them from Tony D, and he didn't have like county locality specific, but they came from wild caught parents.
Okay, all right.
That was mostly the reason I got them because it came from a trusted source. He said wild caught, South Florida. The male was an absolute screamer, so I took him. He gave me the trio for the price of a pair, so I couldn't really say no.
What was so? There was the one DeKurtz there.
That was
that I saw. Well, that's why I figured because I went and showed it. I was like, "Oh, look at DeKurtz." So I went and got you, and I showed you, and you like looked at it, you were like, "Meh."
No.
And you kept walking. I was like, "Okay, I'll just go
I just
myself.
walked away from that. That wasn't a.
I wondered because I was like, it kind of looks like it could have been just going by what I've seen. Like I haven't seen a lot of DeKurtz like adult ones, so I wasn't 100%. But
if it was not a good example. That at least to me.
Yeah, I don't know. So
that was me. And then, but other than that trio, excuse me. Other than that trio, yellows right off the whim. Like as soon as me and Chris walked into the first room, him and I both bought female Deppy Jani. So
nice. Nice.
That was a solid pickup.
Primo.
Chris's female is absolutely insane. That thing's incredible.
Dude, mine's about to shed again. I'm so excited to see if it
dude.
colors up more.
So, yeah. So both of them have that kind of aberrant look to them. So I'm happy to get that into the project. Officially have 1.2 Gen I, and I only want more. So, yeah, those were all my pickups. Oh, and Billy randomly brought me a Hernando County yellow just in a deli cup.
Dude, that is a stupid nice yellow, though.
I got these yellows from this Yahoo, and they're my favorite ones that I got this weekend.
From this Yahoo?
Yeah, I got you. Bro.
Tony D is not a Yahoo.
I was about to say,
you know what I did for that? You know what I did for that one?
Respect on the man's name.
You did nothing. You were handed it, and you said you didn't want to tell him no, so you pawned it off to me.
Straight up, though, that thing is so nice.
Thank you. That thing is stupid.
At first glance, I was like, that looks like a just flawless captive bred yellow rat.
It is. It looks fantastic.
Too far out.
Yeah. So now I really need to go to Hernando County and find me a female yellow, because now I have 2 males. But yeah, I came home with like 9 snakes, so that was kind of a lot. Definitely was not expected, but it happened, and I'm not mad about it. So,
that's what Daytona's for, man.
Yeah, man. That's what happens.
Billy, what about you? Did you end up getting anything from the show?
From the show? Yeah. Got a corn. I'm a corn snake guy now, apparently.
Got a corn.
You are.
The related to North American colubrid pipeline is a real thing, 100%.
You literally got a corn at the show on your own volition because it was attractive to you, and therefore, welcome to the club, buddy.
Well, thank you. And I messed up, and I told Chris what I was looking for and what my idea was.
Right there.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh yeah, I looked around the show, I didn't see what I was looking for, and whatever. I'm not in a rush. Within like 3 minutes, he's like, hey bro, let's go check this thing out. I just found one, and it was a good deal. It was it's a reverse Okati Tessera. So
which it looks awesome. And like,
yeah,
I'm not even an albino guy. Thing looks awesome.
Yeah, I've always liked the reverse Okati stuff. Like even before I even thought about corns, those were always the ones that I liked. So and naturally going Tessera with it just makes sense for me. So and it'll fit in the project I have with the other corns that Chris just threw in a box of some beauty snakes that he sent me. So I opened the box. I'm like, oh, I have corn snakes now, so I might as well get the ones I wanted to that fit in that project.
Now you can be on corn stars.
Yeah.
Billy's going for corn Ridley eye hybrids.
Oh,
Tessera. Well, yeah, Tessera ones.
Dude, could you imagine a Tessera Ridley eye? Oh my god.
Oh gosh. Well,
don't speak it.
They're already
Phil.
striped. What else do you need?
Stop.
Well, I imagine that the Ridley eye would probably just eat the corn.
I would
Maybe.
hope so. That would be the best outcome in that situation.
Whoa,
bunch of hybrid haters here.
I'm just
Goodness
kidding.
gracious.
I'm just kidding.
Did you
Variety
get
is the spice of life.
Did you get an extreme reverse Okati Tessera?
I did. Yeah.
If
nice.
you weren't in the bathroom,
you guys
I
left already.
wasn't. I heard a bang, and I was making sure that
Where were
no
you,
one
Justin?
fell in their shower or something. Shut up.
I feel like I didn't see Justin all weekend.
Yeah,
He was
a lot of
very
people didn't.
elusive.
I was not.
Very
Dude,
elusive.
I wasn't in the.
Brendan though. But
I had several people come up to me and be like, "Dude, Justin's way more quiet in person than like I thought he would be," and I was like, "I don't know."
Look, if I wasn't in the show, I was on the back patio at the gazebo thing smoking a cigar. That was the 2 places you could find me all weekend. It was either in the show or smoking a cigar.
That is true. That is true.
That's my Daytona plans every year. If I'm not in the show, I'm smoking some damn cigars. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
I am Sasquatch.
You should just bring a mattress and like put it out at the gazebo and then just hang out there.
No, man, you gotta give him a hammock
with his clip on glasses.
That's right, with my 90-year-old man clip-ons.
That'd be awesome. Cigar in hand, clip-ons, just laying out on the mattress. Gendra, what did y'all get?
Well, I don't know if
I
Billy
got-
got him first, so.
I got more.
Oh,
I
you
guess I'm
did?
done?
Oh, yeah,
Well,
go
no,
stop.
you're
Come on,
not
keep it
done.
coming, baby.
Going,
You're not
baby.
done.
Jeez.
Go ahead.
What is this? This is a THP episode?
No, it's a THN
This is
episode.
the everything episode.
I was gonna say if it was, then if Jake wants to not hear it, the rest of it, we don't have
No, I do want to hear it. I just got sidetracked because of Justin's big ass.
to. Gosh, goodness gracious. I got a pair of T positive Colombian rainbows from Casey. That was
That almost doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
How does that not count?
It
I
absolutely
gotta take care of
counts.
them. Okay, so I may or may not have got those.
Oh,
That happened.
You did get those
It
because
counts, bro.
Casey took
Yeah,
the rest of
no,
them
it
back, so
counts.
that counts.
Okay, so I set them up at my house. Got some Amazon tree boas. I got one from Keller. Then Phil got me one. So
Nice.
that was fun. So more Corrales stuff is always a good thing.
Yeah.
More Corrales stuff is cool. Good Corrales
Yes,
show.
it is. Yeah, there's a lot there.
Yeah.
Trying to think of. I feel like I got more. Do all those corns count? The group we got from Smitty.
Those are going to be for sale at Tinley. Those aren't.
If they're going to
those
be
aren't
for
yours.
sale, no. If
Yeah,
they're going to be for
okay.
sale, no, they don't count.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, then I'll be taking care of those in the short term then. But that I think that rounds it out. I can't think anything else I got. It was a pretty slow show as far as me getting stuff. I kept looking at this albino Honduran like all weekend. And I don't know why I didn't get it. Even the guy like said he'd give me a great deal, but I don't know.
Hey man, sometimes it just doesn't hit you right, you know?
I guess.
Or maybe
I
it's
just-
like planting the seed for the next one.
No.
Possibly. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you guys have seen me at these shows. Like I usually go nuts, and I didn't. So maybe I'm
Good
maturing.
It's
Well,
not necessarily a bad thing, though, you know?
But who had
Right,
the
Billy
best?
turned 31, and all of a sudden he doesn't want to get. Doesn't want to go ham at shows anymore.
Oh,
you want to
man.
save your money.
Well, I could just
What a
confidently say this.
401k and stuff. Yeah.
What
Who
a
had-
loser.
Who had the best colored Amazon at the show? Billy Hunt.
I did. This guy. Yeah. Oh yeah. So, gotta have something.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Fantastic.
well, Gendra, what did you not take home?
Jesus. We were not supposed to buy a single thing this show. We have a wedding to save up for, but that did not stop Miss Kendra over here.
It might be a 2024 wedding at this point.
But we got quite a bit. She did want to get some garters.
Yeah, I went back to Don's step, who has the Taylor County blue stripe garters. Him and I have been talking since literally the last Daytona show when we got some from him. And so we picked up, was it 7 more?
7, yeah.
So a little.
Which
little
stressed me out. By the way.
Thanks again, Billy. By the way.
yeah, thanks so much.
No, that's fine. You have no idea how happy I was that I could ship them as quickly as I did. Because, yeah.
I'm sorry I stole your box. I did not mean to.
That's okay.
I guess you stole the.
they took mine and all my deli cups too.
It was a all-in-one package.
It's great, yeah. Thank
Yeah, man, you sold them the snakes. The delis go
The
with it.
snakes, the delis. I melted holes in those delis, and you
Jeez.
guys know how much I hate melting holes. And so I was like, "You guys have delis, right?" And they were like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Cool." I figured we'd transfer them over,
Let's
move the
transfer all
stickers.
20 of these fucking corn snakes into different
And they just took my
delis.
box and were like, "Thanks." I was like, "Oh shit!"
Appreciate it, buddy.
Man, that was one of my boxes. That was one of my good 15 quarts, man.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one. I'm going to be able to do a lot with that.
Hell yeah.
Nothing is sacred anymore.
So
I
what else
didn't
did
have
we-
an escape snake. What are we talking? There was no escape snake.
No,
Casey had an
Casey-
escape.
Casey,
Casey had an
yeah.
escape.
I
But
had
was
a
gonna
skink
say-
get loose.
you sure did.
I had a skink get loose.
I think-
Then he got to the point where me, Danny, and Becca looked for this thing for like 30 minutes. After I'd already looked for it for like 2 hours, right? got loose in my grandfather's condo that I stay at like part of the time over at that show. Dude, I was to the point where I literally was like, maybe I just didn't bring it. Maybe I just brought an empty bag with no skink in it for some reason. Like, it was gone. And there's only like 25 places this lizard could be hiding in. And we looked through all 25 of them like 6 times. And the last day, well, what was supposed to be the last day of me leaving before COVID knocked me out for an entire extra day, I heard some rustling around. And I looked down, and there's a very, very angry, beautiful orange blue-tongue skink hissing at me and flashing his tongue at me. So I did eventually catch it.
You were supposed to take a nap, but luckily you didn't.
Yeah, I was supposed to take a nap. I was exhausted, but this thing woke me up, so.
Good.
And I did not get pre-punctured delis. I usually have some, but of course I was out, and I was like, by the time I sort of figured that out, it was too late to get some ordered. So, Dollar Tree it was.
I just think it's
cool. I was gonna say, I just think it's cool that Casey got to see a blue tongue get defensive in captivity. Like, I don't think I've ever seen.
They do it if you take them out in the sun. If you take a blue tongue skink out in the sun, it becomes a wild lizard again.
Really?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they say the same thing about Gila monsters too, right? You take them outside, and all of a sudden they become a wild animal. Which, I don't know, that kind of tells you maybe we're not keeping them the right way.
Yeah, maybe. But, so what else besides the garters did the Gendra get?
Start the clown het desert ghost male. That was needed for the collection.
Yeah. And then we got some more ball pythons just to help with breeding stuff. So an OD YB pied and then an OD NG pied male.
You're like really underselling that OD.
They're freaking gorgeous. I don't know why she.
I feel like it's so basic at this point. Everyone has like
triple gene, a triple gene pied. So okay. Yeah, very run of the mill.
Yeah, just your basic average $1,200 snake.
It's what we call a dinker.
Yeah. Super dinker.
Dinker project.
Yeah,
exactly.
Super
that female though, she's really pretty.
She is really pretty. I can't wait till she sheds out. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, she's really good yellow belly too.
What else do we?
Yeah, I forgot y'all got a thing for the desert ghost stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just hatched out some when we got back, so that was pretty exciting.
Yeah, that was the first thing we did. Is I just ran into the incubator and just started helping some baby snakes out. It was awesome.
Yeah. Then we got some books. We got the Trumbauer books, which was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
He signed them for us.
Yeah, we won those at the RPI auction from Andy Milton, and we got them signed at the show. I got some prints. Won an entire box of bromeliads again at the RPI show or the RPI auction.
Too many. It's all over our kitchen.
The Ian Bassell special is what that was.
Yeah. That was $100 to ship back. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I was like, bro, isn't that included? He's like, no.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Should have brought him to the show.
I know.
I told him because every year he's like, you need bromeliads? And I'm like, no, man. I did when I had dart frogs, but I'm like, why don't you just start selling them? Like, people buy those things like crazy. Like, $5 a piece. I was like, why you? Because I got like a 50-pound bag of them that I was supposed to get Pia to pick up.
That was last year, wasn't it?
And I was like, Jesus. I was like, there's probably I didn't want to take it with me because it probably had Cuban tree frogs in it, and I wasn't about to bring those up here my way. So I was like, maybe if I leave them in the car for like 3 days, it'll kill off whatever might be in there.
Oh, jeez. Well, I thought it was funny. I saw him at a table as I was coming back from like going to the bathroom or something, and he's like, "Hey, man, what's up?" and like gave me a fist bump, and then he's like, "We gotta talk," and like I turned to like my left to see something. And he teleported and was gone.
Yep.
That was my extent of my interaction with him this weekend. So, oh man,
that's
good.
All we got.
Yeah.
Is that everything from y'all?
Yeah, we're broke now, so we'll do a little bit before we get anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we can count Dan's stuff if you want to do that.
Yeah. Dan got some
Talk
awesome
about
stuff.
that leopard, man.
I was
playing with that thing.
That thing was insane.
No idea.
It's got like black
Hypo leopard het T positive, but it didn't say what line it was.
Yeah.
Are we talking ball pythons?
No, this is a boa. Yeah, that one was nice. It was a het VPI and het albino, I believe.
something.
But that thing was black and red face. It was so awesome looking.
Mhm.
And then he also got an IMG, which is het albino and VPI, I believe, as well.
Yeah. I
And
think.
then he got
There it is.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that thing is nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that was Katie's. She saw that and she's like, "Nope, I'm getting it."
Yeah.
I was like, "Not bad." So,
I got some king snakes, right?
yeah, he did get some king snakes. I forgot what kind,
Yeah, I don't know.
but
They're
and then a green
wicked.
tree monitor. That thing's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if green trees are usually chill, but he was chill.
So when Dan came up and asked me if I would send stuff like I did last year, I was like, "Yeah, man, no problem." Because he's like, "Yeah, you sent the ball python for me." I'm like, "Yeah, that's not an issue, man." Within 10 minutes, he comes back with a green tree monitor, and I'm like, "How am I supposed to take care of this thing?"
Well, there was a little blue container of crickets. Did you see that?
Yeah, no, I had that, but I was like, "Man, if I have to keep these things for a couple of weeks, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing, you know."
Well, I just thought it was funny.
It was a really, really healthy looking green tree monitor, though. Like,
It
a
was,
lot of
it
these
was.
are half dead. This one was a really, really healthy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cool. I messed him a little bit, and they're like little raptors, man. They're
Oh my god,
They're
I'm
really
cut up
great.
all over the place.
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, I just thought it was funny because clearly, you know, you're going to try and ship the stuff out as quick as possible. But even if you shipped it out within, say, 48 hours, why did he give you a little container of crickets? Like you're going to feed him in the deli cup or something? You know what I mean? I thought that was kind of funny.
I put him in a
Oh,
I
he's-
put
yeah,
him in a tub to try to feed him, but he wasn't feeling it. He was
Yeah, I
just
think
pissed
he was
off,
stressed
but-
out. Yeah.
Well,
We
because
tried to feed him
last year it worked out to where I held the stuff for a couple weeks, and that's why I feel bad about the garter snakes, because a couple of them didn't make it. But I'm not a garter snake guy, you know.
Okay.
Not your
And,
fault. Sometimes,
Yeah, not
your
yeah,
fault.
yeah, they were baby
Yeah.
babies. They were smaller than this year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I asked
were.
for
So when
I asked for bigger and older ones this year.
when I saw
Dan-
those, I was like, ugh, no.
Yeah.
Please
Dan
no.
told me, he's like, "We got a corn snake," and he's like, "You want to see it?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, let's see this corn snake." Walked over, there's the green tree monitor. I was like, "Damn, that's not a corn snake."
Yeah.
All right.
That's the weirdest corn snake I've ever seen, man.
I will say this, though. It was great seeing him and the missus. I mean, I really like that guy. I
Yeah.
feel like we didn't hang out enough. So
I'm glad
next
she
year,
came this year.
Gotta make
She
an
had-
effort to annoy them more.
Yeah. Katie had an absolute blast, so she's gonna come out next year. We're gonna make it a yearly trip.
Excellent.
The
Now-
four of us.
Yeah, now she can't yell at Dan when he spends money because she spent just as much.
She really did.
That's good.
She really did.
Phil, what about you? What'd you get, buddy?
Oh, geez. I just like we always do, we plan on not getting anything at all. But I wound up going to the book guy, and I found, like, this is crazy highlight for me, but I found a very old, well, not very old, but an older book, 1985, first edition, Snakes versus Man by Johann Morer. And obviously I fangirl over the man as much as I can, but I just thought it was super cool.
Show. I thought
Yeah.
you ordered that special.
No, I found it at the show, and the guy who does all the books. I mean, literally every time I see him, whatever show it was, it's usually nowadays it's just Daytona, but he remembers me. He's like, my African stuff's over there, you know. And
He smiles because he's like, "This is the guy that pays for my booth every year."
yeah, exactly. And I saw like the word snake, and I was like, I know that book. I know that book. And I touched the spine of it to like slide it out of like the little display. And he goes, I knew you were going to touch that one. I just had a feeling. And so I got that. And then right next to it is the original. I can't remember if it's 50s or 60s, but the original Fitzsimmons Snakes of Southern Africa. And he wanted a lot of money for it. And it was personalized to someone from the author. I can't remember who. It was all in cursive and in pencil, but I regret not buying it. So I probably am going to call him in the next week or two and see if he still has it. Cause I doubt anyone's going to buy it because they don't really know what it is. And most of the information in it is extremely antiquated, but it's still a crazy piece of herp history. So I gotta try and track that one down.
There's a new Atheris book for sale now too that just got.
I
released
know.
that
And Nipper and I were just talking about it today.
I'm gonna have to grab me that. I already
Yeah.
emailed the guy like, how much is it and how much is it to ship to the U.S.
Yeah. Well, I imagine it'll be available soon enough. So, But in terms
And
of
it is
snakes,
in English.
It is. It's English and German, right?
I don't know. I asked if it was in English, and they said that was that was the only language it was available in. But
okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well, excellent. We'll grab that soon enough. But in terms of actual live critters, right before Daytona, Billy was kind enough to give me his female yearling Goinai king, or excuse me, Meanzai. And
whatever you want it to be, buddy.
I know, right? It's Goinai for life. So I was like, you know what? Let me try and find a male to go with it, and they'll be a year apart, so when the time comes, sizes will be good and everything else. And I wound up finding a male hatchling Goinai from Travis Whistler. So I got that. And then last Daytona, I picked up a female, I guess it's a Lee Abbott line Okatee, like the bright Okatee, right? So I got a male to go with that. So I got that as well. And then Casey and I had been talking about womas, and I got Lucas whispering in my ear and putting sugar in my tea, so to speak. So
that's a nipper expression, isn't it?
Yeah, right. And and Billy and I are walking by Jason Balin's table, and he's got a bunch of womas, and one of them is just a little skinnier, a little thinner, a little leaner, but black head with a black spine, and all the bands bleed into the black spine. And I was like, man, if I'm gonna get one, that's got to be it. So we BS with Balin a little bit. He let me hold it, and then I was like, all right, well, let me swell it over. And then that was Friday, and then Saturday morning we saw him walking around, doing errands, whatever. He's like, oh, by the way, I sexed all those womas, and that dark one's a girl. And I was like, all right, take my money. Take my money.
That's a nice looking Woma too, though.
Yeah, man.
Really like that look.
Yeah.
There was quite a few Womas there. I mean,
yeah, there was.
But I feel like there was more than there usually is, and that definitely was the only one that had that dark look and the black back and all that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
very, very. I did learn too, where me and Phil have very, very different tastes in Womas. I was like, oh, you gotta go check out these ones over here, and you're like, oh, the butt ugly ones you were just looking at.
Yeah, well, dude, I'm sorry, but that first of all, that pair of adults, although I feel was priced appropriately for a pair of adults, they were so light that the bands and the pattern was like almost like it almost looks like someone went on Photoshop and took the opacity all the way down. You know what I'm saying?
I thought they were beautiful. I loved how those things looked.
No, man, there's got to be contrast. There's got to be bands.
It was almost like it had like the faded look of children's almost.
Yeah, it did. Spots. It did. It had that faded look, and they were great looking animals. Don't get me wrong, but I need contrast. I need bands. I mean, between king snakes, milk snakes, and the wrinkles, I got to have bands in my life. So, and now I've got a banded
still say
Woma.
Lucas's pair is the best looking Womas I've seen. But...
Oh yeah, hands down. Lucas's pair is the best, legit. So, and I already told him, I was like, dude, next year when you're rocking and rolling, let me know, because I got the Woma bug. So the last time I had a Woma was about 15 years ago, and it was a good looking yellowy one, but it was a year and a half old. It was a male, and it was a raging psychotic. So I wound up giving it away to a buddy that I don't even talk to that guy anymore. And I was like, you know what? I'm older. I'm a little more. I don't want to say I'm a little wiser, but I feel like now is a good time to try again.
We're gonna be breeding two girls this next season. So.
Oh, nice, excellent. Where'd you get yours from?
I think you actually need a male and a female for that to work, Jeff.
Nah.
No.
They'll figure it out. Life will find a way.
Cloaca to cloaca. Let's go.
Dude, it's 2022.
How dare you? How dare you?
Ours all come, I think, are originally from like Nick Mutt and stuff. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a 20-year-old female, like from a buddy that got out of the hobby, and yeah, she's old, but she's still moving. So.
Hey man, I know people that have bred them that old, so
yep.
Yeah. And look what my beautiful girlfriend just put. Oh,
nobody raised their hand, by the way.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows. She learned quick. She learned how we all are.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, the worst part was I walked by. We're winding down Saturday. And her and I were walking around the show, and it might have been Sunday. It might have been Sunday afternoon. And we walked by Lee Abbott's table, and I had been looking at that. I don't know what's he call it, the stealth line or something, where it's like an anery Okatee, but it's just black and white. The silver.
That's the
I think that
black,
was the silver.
the Oketees.
Black silver
I know
Okatee,
what you're
yeah,
talking
something.
about.
And I was
Yeah.
looking at that, and then I saw that he had his line Okatees and he had like 4 or 5 males because he puts little blue and pink stickers on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is what I actually need. I was telling Anna Maria, I was like, this is what I actually need. And she goes, oh wow, that's nice. And he goes, I'll do a discount for you. You know, I know you bought the last one, and because he obviously heard us talking. And he's like, I'll do it for this much. And I was like, let me think about it. And like, I look at her, and she's like, all right, cool, let's keep walking. And he's like, actually, you know what? You got a vendor badge. How about this much? And I look at her, and she's like, oh, all right. I mean, if you want to. And I said, all right, fine.
Should have got one of them blue shatters he had.
Yeah, you know what the problem is, man, is
mistake.
that like I don't want to have to worry about but I don't want to have to think about what morphs going where and what genetics are going where. I just want to do Okatee to Okatee and just make pretty normal looking snakes.
Jack got a red zip. Nice.
So Phil, that's exactly why I got the buckskins that I got from Tony D last year. I got one that had more of the buckskin look, and then one that had more of that classic Okatee look.
Dude,
Yeah.
he had some
Kinda
high
two in the
white
same.
ultras at his table. This
Yeah,
year.
Tony
That-
D's
oh
has one of my
my
favorite
freaking
tables every
God.
year, dude. I freaking love that dude's table. He's
I
always
need
got
to-
stuff.
Next month, I need to hit him up and be like, if you still have any of those, I don't care if it's a male or a female. That thing was just so freaking gorgeous. He had a handful of them, but haunts me. And then he had some buff Sunkiss that were like just out of this world too.
But like what Danielle said about not holding it, that's exactly what we do to make people buy shit.
Yep.
Make them
Yeah,
hold it, they'll fall in love with it.
And that's it. That's how it works.
I used to go
Hook, line,
by
and sinker.
if I hold it and it bites me, it definitely comes home.
Or it pisses on me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I've
then
done
it's
that for a
chosen
while,
you.
Yeah.
that's-
I can't, I
That's
can't
the Owen mantra.
I can't do if it pisses on me because I always look at rat snakes. If that was the case, I'd be taking all of them home.
You just smell like rat snake.
Yeah, that's just his scent at this point.
Goddamn right I do, and I'm proud of it.
Poor Jake.
So-
Everybody thinks it smells like shit.
All I care, I just-
Jake, don't worry about it.
I love my snakes. You can all get fucked. I don't care. I love my
Pantherophis
I love
by
my-
Chanel.
Goddamn right.
Oh God.
I love it.
But yeah,
I just
and
love it.
Rebecca got a tricolored hognose baby that is stupid
Awesome.
Oh, that
cute.
thing was cool.
Awesome. Oh, dude.
So
that's
freaking
awesome.
cute.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, dude. Oh,
Danielle
Yeah.
got her a lychee.
yeah, Danielle.
And Danielle
got
got
a
a lychee, which, by the way,
Pickles.
The-
Pickles the
the
leech.
perfect name, Pickles,
Coles.
Hell yeah.
little Pickles.
She needs
Oh.
a snake.
Bill,
She does-
She was
She was
originally
supposed
going to
to
get
buy
one, and then she quickly abandoned that and was like, I'm getting a lychee. I
Yeah.
was like, what the fuck happened, man? At first
Lame.
she was like, I want a sand boa, I want a corn snake. I'm like, get a corn snake. And she's
Yeah.
just like, I want a lychee. I'm like, what the hell
well,
happened? You
I
went
mean,
high into
she's
the
been
right.
talking about that for a long time, you know.
Yeah.
And Chris Paint Shop gave her the thumbs up of approval on that exact animal. So, there you
Dude,
go.
well, she got it from Sundown, who has killer stuff to begin with. He had some Strophaurus at his table and some of those Australian leaf tails. And holy crap, those things are freaking cool, man.
Dude, those
Especially the
Strophaurus
Strophes.
are crazy,
Yeah.
man. Oh my god.
which I
which-
thought was very interesting because they were way more expensive than they were last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those
I would
things
say
got,
triple, if not
hefty
quadruple the
tags.
price.
Well, it's because we put out that
Really?
article in the magazine, man. That's what it was. It was just to beat them. We just
Yeah,
that's
'cause-
our job now is to just ruin species for everybody else that once enjoyed
stop.
buying them.
Yeah, exactly,
You know?
exactly. Well,
Why
so
would
does,
it?
Talk about
Yeah.
pits at all.
yeah. Who would want that? Who wouldn't want corn
Trash.
snakes? Well, Dustin Gron texted me and he was like, "Look, man, I know you're gonna be busy all weekend, but if you could really keep an eye out for any Odora or Strophs, I'd really appreciate it." And I went up telling him, I was like, "This is not what you're gonna want." 'cause-
They were all Tentacata.
Hey,
I
guys.
don't think there was any other.
and they were
So-
so expensive.
You're still
So,
wearing the same shirt you were wearing Thursday.
Yeah. Okay. I almost died yesterday, but I just got home and my stairs and
What's that?
What is that?
Yeah.
No one's
Is that
he just
Brattle
gets a
python?
pass. No one's gonna give him a hard time.
I was about to say, we about to start
Who the
calling
fuck
you
is your
Come
door
on.
sweep, bro?
Yeah.
Where is your door sweep?
Look, let's see that one more time,
You're
Casey.
Justin now.
Casey's.
So this is the one I actually lost before the show.
Oh my god.
Okay, Casey, let's see that one more time.
Stop losing shit.
So yeah, this is the one I lost before the show. I also want to ask you guys. I have a female ball python on day 24 post prelay, and I want to take bets as whether or not she's got eggs right now. I'll go check on her in a second.
Let's see that snake one more time on the floor.
Bet some feet picks that they'll be eggs.
Okay,
Hold on.
Casey.
She's
Oh, he's frozen.
no. She's wrapped around
he's-
the.
He's pretending to be frozen. He's not actually. He's just trying to
Is
save
that
himself.
What species is that?
It's a Brettles.
What kind of phone you got, bro? I need to
He looks
get you in
like
the camera.
one of Steven Tyler's
I
scarves.
hate it when they do this.
Why'd you put it on the handrail?
Oh, there he
Yeah,
goes.
he's got to deal with that. He'll be
This
back.
seems.
Justin,
This
he
seems
might have
like
taken your
more
spot
of
of
a.
losing shit.
I
He
know.
definitely
for real.
has. The boy's a
Feels
hot
like-
mess.
This feels like more of a user error situation.
Take bets.
Which mine weren't.
Species people lose.
Dustin's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yours weren't
Everything went-
user error.
Well, I think it's funny that as much as we love Casey and we give him shit all the time, he had me bag up all the adult blue tongues because he's like, Phil, I trust that you know how to tie a bag. And I was like, yes, I do. So not only did I tie them with an actual knot, but I wrapped a masking tape around the base of the knot, and then I wrote on it which one was which with Sharpie mark. Well, Anna Maria helped me, God bless her. So hopefully none got out in his car on the ride home.
That's why I'm glad Billy zip ties it. Like, ain't shit getting out of that bag.
That's the way
Yeah.
to do it.
Well, what I got to do is I want to do a venom exchange, or not a venom exchange, excuse me, venomous etiquette video on tying snake bags, tying knots, because there's like different styles with different bags, and like some of them that's like a field knot, for example. The field knot is meant to be tied, is meant to be untied rapidly, and then you can use one of the edges as a handle. But like, I've seen people do that for like shipping. You can't do that. The snake's like a corn snake can just pop that right open, because there's no weight being distributed. So we got to do some kind of
Do that. I want to watch that video.
yeah. We'll
do
do
that.
some. I can't tie knots like a Boy Scout or anything, but a snake bag, I know how to tie a snake bag.
Yeah, that
Billy,
video needs to happen.
yeah. What was your feeling / opinion on sort of the late opening fiasco Saturday?
I don't have the strong opinion that a certain post does with a bunch of people. I mean, I would have preferred it to open on time, obviously, because some good points were brought up. Like the tables aren't cheap. I pay more for a table at Daytona than I do Tinley, which I don't mind. I'm not complaining about that, but I think I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to make sure that people went into the second room because, guys were like, oh, it's a smaller room. We're going to get forgot, all that. Probably just could have went a little smoother, but they've never done that before. So there's going to be some hiccups and stuff, and you're not going to make everybody happy. And with the amount of people that showed up to the show, there was going to be a line. There's no way around that, So
when I walked into the main room after they had opened that, there were some vendors that were really pissed off about it. And basically, so for context, so people understand, like the second room was opened 15 minutes early.
It was
Ahead
open
of
an
when-
hour early.
Yeah, not
ahead of
15.
when the main room was supposed to be open. So like the show was supposed to open at 10. They had that other room open at like 9:45, and so then we're in the first room, and then you hear of the PA. The second room the main room isn't going to be open for another 45 minutes or an hour because of quote unquote line issues. Which I was like, it's a straight line. How is there?
Yeah.
So I
What are the issues?
was like, you must really think we're dumb because like that it makes no sense. And it didn't seem like it was 45 minutes to an hour before they opened it, but that also could have been because I was in the other room gawking at all the other stuff. But like the vendors were pissed, man, and I was reading some comments on the Facebook page. There's people that are like, I'm not going back. Like, I'm not vending again because of that, which seems a little extreme.
Yeah.
It does.
But at the same time, it's like if I spent that much on a table and I was told this is when we're going to be open, I'd probably be a little upset that it wasn't, especially when you're considering like a lot of people budget for this kind of thing. And so to open up that first room, and it seems like it was probably a pretty even split. So you'd have people that would go in there, like Danielle was looking for a lychee. Like she went in that first room, but she didn't buy one yet because she wanted to see what was in the other room. Like some other people may have just went ahead and got what they needed to get because they were worried that if they came back, maybe it was gone. Like there's a whole thing to it. And I think it was just, I can understand sort of both sides of it. Like I don't think the second room would have been ignored by any means. It was plenty big enough. It's not like it was another room with 3 tables in it. Right. It wasn't like a broom closet or anything like that. But
yeah, and people would have seen other people walking in both directions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My thing is that they could have easily fitted all those tables in that room, in the main room as well. If they just condensed the alleyways or whatever you want to call it.
I don't know, because I like the way they have the main room set up, so where it's like there's a ton of people in there, but you're not like packed in like shoulder to shoulder. Like there's still more than enough space to get around.
No one says it has to be like Hamburg, where you're literally bumping belts with people. Mm-hmm. I mean, those aisles were like 20 or 30 feet wide. Like that's
huge.
And I didn't know if that was like a COVID thing or what.
They were way too far apart. I don't know what that was about at all.
Yeah. And
don't quote me, but I think like per code they have to be like 16 feet or something. So like they could have made them like the aisles shorter. You know? But I mean they tried it. Personally, I don't think the second room was a good idea. Just because you're not going to make everybody happy. If they would have did it the complete opposite way, then everybody that was in the second room would be complaining that they got the shaft and all that. And at some point you just have to say, hey, we're sold out. I opened it up back in March for you guys, and I know people wait until they see what they're gonna produce and stuff, but like I got my tables in, what was it, January, February? I had no idea what I was gonna produce or what I was gonna have, but that's, if you want to do the show, you gotta, like Tinley, people get the tables for the next year at the end of that show on Sunday. Mm-hmm. They don't know what they're going to produce and what they're not. So I don't know. I'd almost say have a cap for the main room, and then if people make it, cool. If they can't get in, they can't get in. It sucks, but there's not an infinite amount of tables. There's not an infinite amount of places for them to go. But if you take that out of the that second room out of the equation, we're not even talking about this.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the second room. It was not pulled off well. See, I like the idea of having the show have as many vendors as possible, which the second room definitely helped with that. It's just it wasn't handled well.
Get a bigger venue in there too. Yeah, then get a bigger venue. Then that's
like the tables and selection in the second room was just as good as what was in the first room. Like there was a lot of cool stuff in that second room as well, and.
They purposely put certain vendors in there to make sure that there was interest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Jason Hood was in the second room.
Yeah, Jason was there. Da Vinci Boa, Clay was in there. There was some really good tables in there.
Tampa was in there.
Yeah.
I know Underground was told that they couldn't buy the amount of tables that they wanted in the main room, and they had to basically break their tables up. So Underground had most of their dry goods and most of their animals in the main room, and then the other room had like arachnids and some decor stuff, and then some of the wholesale, like I don't want to say wholesale reptiles, but more of the what's the word I'm looking for, like networking, that kind of thing, like communications and stuff like that. So I thought that was interesting. They basically forced them to do it. So
I think I don't know. Get feedback and hopefully improve on it next year.
Yeah.
Judging from the comments I read, it doesn't sound like that's going to be the case. I don't know. It seems like the individual that put that show on did not seem pleased that people were unhappy with the like, not in a bad way as in like I want to fix it, but as in a like what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
not show
the
up.
The show's been going on for how long now? 3 decades. They tried an idea. Okay, you can chalk it up to a success or a failure. Wait and see what next year brings. If they're obviously listening to people that have concerns and are, not happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you want everything to open up right when it says that you're going to? Did I buy tables to have it open from 10 to 5 so I have every chance to sell as much as I can? Absolutely. But, I trust them to make the decision they think's the right for the show. If I'm just going to complain and be mad the whole time, it doesn't, it's not going to change after it already happened.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm more concerned with how the announcement at 4:30 that, hey,
that was
we're
some other
shutting
shit.
down, we're doing that, just push it back 15 minutes. Say, hey, it's
Right.
4:45, you got 15 minutes and we're going to do a sweep.
Yeah.
I was
Did they close
more
early?
Yeah, no, they straight up turned the lights off at 4:30.
This
Wow,
was the
yeah.
same day that the second room or the main room opened late.
Yeah.
So
I was
like
more
to top it off, they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're not actually going to be here till 5, and we're not going to like make up for that hour that was lost by keeping the show going extra." Like it was like, actually, we're going to shut it down early. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard, what were you going to say, Billy?
No, I was going to say, as far as the, like, being upset or whatever, I'm not upset at all with how the weekend went. But if I was going to raise an eyebrow at anything, it would be more the shutting down early than the opening late. Because even opening late, like, those people that are in line, they're still going to get in the show,
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, they're saying, hey, we're going to wait an extra half hour. We're just going to get out of line and leave. No, they're still going to go on the show. But the, shutting down early, which I think they said it, don't quote me on these times. I think they said they were going to shut down at 4:30. And I want to say like 4:45, 4:50, they just shut the lights off, which historically it's always been they give a time frame and then the lights get shut off like right at 5. So I don't know why they did it earlier. Maybe the second room made the cost a little more than what they wanted it to be or whatever. And if that's the case, that's just another strike against the second room. Either fit more tables, don't make the aisles 30 feet, make them 25 and put another row in. And that fits the whole second room there.
Mm-hmm.
But we saw vendors packing up around 3:00.
Yeah,
On
which
Sunday,
I thought was crazy.
Yeah,
Because in the past you get
That's a
chastised.
common thing on Sundays, though.
No, but I mean, it's always been, at least my memory, that you got penalized if you packed up early.
Our shows are
Whether
like
it be,
Yep.
yeah. So
See, and I asked because I was talking to Mike H at Hautzager at Reptiles Express in line when we were getting our bands, and I had mentioned that to him, and he's like, "No," he's like, people do it all the time. He's like, they don't care, like they're still getting paid.
yeah, it's very interesting.
I don't know.
I also had my buddy Brandon told me that, because him and his family drove up Saturday morning early because they couldn't stay the whole weekend, so they wanted to come up from South Florida to have Saturday, and he told me that at one point he was standing in line to go in the show, and the line was a dead standstill after it had already opened, and he was like, "What the hell's going on?" And I guess what they did is there was a line to buy wristbands, and there was a line to get in the show, and at some point those two lines merged. So
the comments I read too is that there was no communication that there was a separate line for wristbands and there was the line to get in. And so people were upset because no one came by and said, "Hey, if you don't have a wristband, you need to be over here."
Right.
That is one thing I noticed. Lack of signage was like a big thing in that big lobby area. Like people didn't know where to go or what to do. Like
we didn't know we could buy the wristbands early.
Yeah, we didn't even know.
We saw somebody buying them, and that's when we walked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did that Friday instead because we're just like, I don't make
that line was insane that we saw people pissing on the side of the building.
Yeah.
Really?
Watched a dude
bad.
try to go in through a side door. Security said no, and he literally just walked 10 feet over and pissed on the wall.
Yeah. Florida.
That's a very Florida story. That is a very Florida story.
Like there were several people that were walking on the sidewalk 20 feet away. It's just like, all right, whatever, dude.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
Well, the wristband thing on Friday, I've never seen them do that. So I think there was a lot of new ideas they were trying out. And I mean, whenever you try something new, that's a good idea.
Absolutely.
There's going to be hiccups and stuff. It sucks that there's people that are so upset that they possibly will never come back. But I mean, with how many,
their loss.
Yeah.
With how many vendors wanted to get tables and stuff, I really don't see that being an issue.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like next year the show is going to be half the size because people are mad that the lights got shut off or the lines weren't managed properly.
Yeah.
Hopefully they learn from it and next year it goes smoother and they decide something that's a little better and more streamlined, and that's all you can hope for.
Besides that, it was a fucking awesome time.
Oh,
Exactly.
absolutely.
It was still a good show, I didn't even even when they said the announcement, like, hey, main room's not opening for 45 minutes or whatever, I saw it was 10. I was stressing to get everything cleaned up and ready and all that. And my first
we were really
was,
hustling to like make sure everything was labeled properly and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, my first thought when I heard that was, oh, awesome, I got extra time. It wasn't, oh man, I'm not going to make that sale now because these assholes aren't, giving me my customers early.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe just a different mentality. But I also don't go into these shows, thinking, hey, if I don't make X amount of dollars, it's a failure. I'm happy to be there. It's a good time, and I'm not going to let something like that ruin my weekend.
Yeah, we always say we like to go there to talk to people, hang out with their friends. At our shows too, just talk to customers, even if they don't buy something. Being able to educate people sometimes is awesome enough. So.
Yeah, just networking in general. It's a really important part of not only the business aspect, but just engaging with people and learning projects people have and gaining interest. And I think that's like one of the fun things that we enjoy about shows.
Yeah, community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get there's people that are full time there and they're really banking on making the light bill and stuff. I understand that. I'm not oblivious to that, but those are few and far between. And those guys are usually set up to where they're gonna make their money regardless, whether if they're selling feeders or dry goods or something that's gonna make money every show.
Right.
The hobbyists that hatched 20-30 clutches this year and you're gonna be fine, man. There's so many different avenues and all that. I'm sure you made sales to cover all the the weekend and then some. It's not that big of a deal. Let's just hope that it goes better next year because that's all you can do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or don't, and I'll get an extra table.
I mean, I wouldn't mind us getting 3 tables. I thought we had 3 tables until
I'll just
a month and a half before the show.
We'll sell some at the show.
Oh, I got to get some more displays, or maybe get Cannon here to get some of his own displays.
Come on,
yeah, right.
Yeah. Just get Casey his own table so he could just have his own little setup there, his own little
so
world.
You can lose some shit.
That's Billy's way of saying hey man, I want you in the other room if I'm going to be in room 1.
It'll only be Casey over there, nobody else. Just one table, Casey, no lights. Look at this blue tongue, guys. Yeah, you want this?
Yeah.
He'd still sell out.
What was everyone's favorite thing at the show that they saw? What was the coolest thing?
Oof.
Sanzinia.
There's a Sanzinia at the show?
There was Sanzinia?
What?
Where?
I don't know.
How did I not see this?
I don't know.
I showed it to you, the drunk ass.
I think she was dreaming.
Just dreaming of Sanzinia.
No, they were definitely Wildcott, and they were the healthiest. I don't think.
I don't think you go Wildcott. Yeah, they're still coming to Wildcott. I didn't think so.
I don't know. Well, they're
just not coming in Wildcott.
That's what I did
sick.
think.
They looked very sick.
Not surprised by that, but yeah.
Yeah, they did.
I didn't miss those.
That is so quick then. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the first day. I think I saw a glimpse of them and then tried to walk over and people were talking.
I like seeing the Apodora just
Apodora
because
was
I haven't
cool.
seen those at a show.
I didn't see
Yeah,
Apodora
those either.
either. What the hell?
I saw
There was
What?
4 of them in an enclosure together. I'm like,
Yeah, there were.
oh, those eat each other, but okay.
Yeah, there's a pair of Southerns right next to it. Southern White Lips.
Yeah, those didn't look healthy at all. but,
Yeah.
Yeah, that all came in on the same Indo shipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else
Yeah.
is
All that stuff, didn't necessarily look the best, but
Well,
So
it,
cool to
it,
see.
it had been in the country for a week, so
yeah.
Oh,
Both.
that
Max.
explains it.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
yeah.
One of those Apodora looked really, really good though, because KJ
Oh,
and I
yeah.
walked by him and he's like, "Oh man, they're okay." 3 out of 4 of them kind of look like they're beat up, but there was one in there that looked pristine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
nice
KJ's
head.
the one who
Everything.
showed
Oh
me
yeah.
him,
It was
and
the KJ
yeah,
was
one
the
of
one
them
who told us
looked
about
really
it.
Yeah. K Jesus.
Okay, Jesus.
Hey, Jesus.
Anna Maria wants to know if anybody ran into the little old lady security guard by the back door.
Yes.
I don't want to talk about it on air. Yeah.
This woman was
Did she do a cavity search on you or something, Billy?
no, she's fucking ruthless, man.
No,
She
I asked
was.
a
All of those
question-
people
Okay,
were.
I'll get into it. I asked a question about parking because I wanted to make sure I did it right. and she literally ignored me, like looked past me, and then yelled at me to get out of the way because somebody was coming with a cart. And I'm like, can you tell me who to talk to? And she's like, I have nothing to do with that. You need to get out of the way.
Just
Like,
go fuck
thanks,
yourself, hon.
thanks a lot, Sharon. You know,
Yeah.
get out of here.
Well,
Jeez.
so I went out back to have a cigarette, and I guess if you had a vendor badge, you could go out back and smoke and then walk back in, or go to your car and get equipment and walk back in. But if you didn't have a vendor badge, you had to walk all the way around the building and come in the front, which didn't make any sense to me because
Dude,
clearly
don't let me out. Like, don't let me out. Okay, if you're not gonna let me back in, don't even let me out that damn door. Like that.
You
pissed
paid.
me off.
You got the wristband.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
exactly.
mean to interrupt, but that was so annoying. Like, don't let me out. if you're not gonna let me
because
back
we had to
in.
go get shirts out of the back of the car, and like we walked out with Pia to pick up her box, and the lady was like, "You have to go back around when you leave." And I'm like, oh, "Okay." I mean, I've already sweat this much today. Why not?
I thought the best part was when I went out back to smoke, and I had literally just walked out, and I didn't realize this, but Danny and Becca were behind me, and they were coming to get me to say something about them going with Anna Maria somewhere or something. I don't remember. And I had literally gone outside the door and went around the door because I didn't want to stand in the open door and have smoke go in the building, right? And I light my cigarette, and the woman comes out, and she's stern, and she goes, "Sir, you need to stand over here." And I was like, "You want me to stand in the doorway? Like, all right, I'll get the breeze of the air conditioner." But she's like, "You have to stand over here, sir." And I was like, "Okay." So I stand in the doorway where the people are walking in, and like I'm watching my smoke go into the building, and Danny and Becca are there, and they're like, "Hey, we just want to tell you that we're gonna go do X, Y, and Z." And I was like, "All right, cool." And then they walked away and left, and I'm still smoking. And then she goes, "Sir, you can't stand there. You have to stand on the other side. The smoke's going in the building." I said, "Lady, you just told me to stand here." "Well, that was to talk to them." Well, how am I supposed to know that? You didn't say, "Hey, your friends want to say something, you know, come over here real quick." No, you told me just to stand there. So I stood there.
I think she took the place of that security guard that was yelling at everybody for cigars the last couple.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, they must have
Always
traded
one.
security companies because we didn't. This is like the first year, the last 2 years, we didn't have security say anything to us.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
I feel like
Silver
security
lining.
last year there was jerks too.
Oh,
They
man.
were.
Phil
Yeah.
walked in, and as he was walking in, like everyone got on their walkie-talkies. It was like, "He's here, he's here." Everyone
got a runner.
had attention.
The wolf is here.
I will say it's funny though. I didn't pay a dime for my parking the entire time we were there. I
Hell
didn't
yeah.
pay one time for any
How'd
parking spot
how'd
behind
you
that
do that?
place. I just didn't pay.
Okay.
Lucky,
I just
buddy.
parked and no one asked me for money, and I never got a ticket. And I don't know. I just rolled the
It's 'cause
dice that my car was
They're
going to get
too
towed.
busy watching the door.
Yeah, exactly. They're too busy
Yeah, no,
making
I
sure that people
legit-
that paid don't do anything wrong.
Yeah, right.
So me and Skylar, we had to go out to my truck and get him some stuff. And we walked out, and I told him, I was like, "Hey man," I was like, "I think if we go out here, like we can't come back in, we gotta go around." And he was like, "I don't know, whatever." So we went and got stuff, and I was like, "Well, do you want to just try and walk through the back door again?" And he was like, "Yep, fuck it." So we walked
Big
in.
mistake.
We literally took like 3 steps inside. We were in the building, and I was like, "Oh, we're home free." And all of a sudden, the guy's like, "Hey, you gotta go around." And I was
You
like,
should have just kept
Should've just-
like
you
ran.
"Yeah,
just
oh,
ran.
what?"
Yeah.
It's just pew, kept walking. Yeah,
So
no,
I
I
did.
should have. But I was like, "Oh, okay." So me and Skylar walked back out of the building and went around just to come back in. I was like, "This
Yeah.
is
I don't know.
Man,
This is
they
ridiculous.
must pay those people a lot of money to care that much.
Yeah, for real.
Just saying.
Seriously.
Better it's a bunch of old people who have never had power in their life, and this is their first taste of it ever in their like 75 years on this planet.
Yeah.
Respect my
Yeah.
Lord eye.
For
You're
real.
lucky those they don't.
If
Patrol the
Facebook
parking lot.
admins, if Facebook group admins were security people.
Yeah, right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. But
Right, though.
So the coolest thing that I saw, and it's because I've never seen them in person, was those Agurnia.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't know who
dude.
it was that was
Depressa.
splitting the table with Kohler.
It was
Brock something.
Brock. Yeah. Now I can't remember his
But-
name, his full name, but yeah, Brock.
I've only seen pictures, and we've talked about them before previously, Phil and I, and like Julander has some. And he's talked about them, and I was like, those are freaking cool, man. Especially the Depresso. Those were neat lizards.
Oh yeah. Very cool.
and the Strophs. And I was surprised, Phil, that there was one table I saw that had Neffs, and that was it.
There was a handful there.
Tiki's had some.
Did he?
No, he had one. He had one like yearling quasi hypo amii, and he sold it real quick. You know, good for him.
So didn't he have Underwoody Saurus too?
He did. He did have some Underwoody Saurus. But there was one person that had a yearling male levies that was, in my personal opinion, a little overpriced. And then there was a guy in the small room who had a female vertebralis that looked exquisite and was at appropriate price. And I need a female vertebralis, but when I see, and again, maybe that's just me being pragmatic, but when I see a lone female at a show, it makes me wonder why.
Yeah.
Because everyone else who breeds vertebralis will not sell a female by itself unless it's with a male, because there's just a surplus of males. So, you know, the male is usually like 300, the girl's usually 600 or 700, you know, so for it to be by itself, I kind of was, I don't know about that. But then that same person had the biggest pair of amii I've ever seen in my entire life. These things were literally pit bulls in deli cups. Wow. Absolutely fantastic. But again, who sells a pair that's gorgeous and diesel, and you know what I mean? So I kind of was hesitant to even look at them, just because, I mean, they could have been awesome, and it's nothing against the breeder, but I kind of want to know, like, what's the catch? Does that make sense?
Just ask them.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Yeah. There you go, Billy.
Yeah, just ask. The worst they could. I mean,
what's wrong with these?
What are they gonna say? Yeah. I mean, like,
why are you selling them? Why are you selling?
Yeah,
them?
just hey, what's the story on these? What's the deal? You know.
Yeah.
You know,
what else? What am I taking home that I'm not looking at that I can't see?
Yeah, exactly.
Dan brought up that black pearl at Da Vinci. That was a really nice boa, a solid black, super innocent.
He always has a ton of cool stuff. He does all the local shows here, and his stuff's next level. He's done well.
So Elijah at his table, he had some of those bamboo balls, and then he had those freeways, and I don't have a damn clue what either of those things mean, other than that the freeway/highways have like the dashes down the back because it looks like
super cool
a road. And I was like looking at those things, I was like, okay, these are actually pretty freaking sweet. Like I kind of want some. So.
Oh yeah,
do it.
No.
And I'll tell you what else. Eli had
not drinking the Kool-Aid.
Eli had the nicest.
Drink it.
Poison.
You're sipping it.
Eli had the nicest leopard geckos at the entire show. Literally neon orange, like highlighter orange, tangerine.
Yes, those were beautiful. I remember them.
Standing at the table and I didn't see him. What the hell?
And like, there's so many leopard geckos at that show that were just not the healthiest. You know what I mean? And little skinny arms, or you can kind of see their hip bones. And dude, Eli's geckos were phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Textbook specimens.
I should have got a
shirt. Table
while
was like damn near empty too towards the end of the show.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I walked by and he only had like a handful of stuff.
Dude,
Awesome.
he almost got me to buy some boas from him, man. He was working me so hard. He's like, come on, brats, you don't have to pay now.
He was holding
We'll do an IOU. And I was like, dude, stop.
Brats, I'll send you some ball pythons.
That kid's trouble.
Yeah, I don't need ball pythons, please don't.
You do. Come on,
I
Spurge.
need to get rid of Spurge.
I hear Casey has some for you.
No, I'm not gonna lie. The clowns Casey had, I was like, woo.
Yeah,
I do like the clowns. I do like clowns. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to balls, clowns and Mojaves are like, they really do it for me. But no.
Eli also had some just like pastels for like $50. And I was like, oh.
Dude, it was so sad because like I saw those for $50. I was like, God, I remember when pastels were $200.
More than that.
Yeah, like good God.
There were jungle carpets. So Sean asked, were there jungle carpets priced to the show or priced to go? They were priced
to the show. Yeah, for sure.
Jake was
Dude, I saw
the entire weekend.
Jungle carpet I have ever seen in my life on Travis Whistler's table.
I thought mine were fair.
Yours were fair. Yours were fair, Billy. No, there were jungles at that show that I was like, oh my God.
Skylar.
Like, no.
Okay, Travis Whistler's table had a female jungle carpet python that was the brightest and darkest black jungle carpet python I have ever seen.
I don't know, man. Clay had some really nice
Like a
ones.
2-year-old.
Yeah,
too.
Clay had some nice ones there.
It was nicer than Clay's. I will straight up tell you, man, it was nicer than Clay's.
You know what?
Clay has great stuff.
Clay came to my table with a customer with 2 jungles in his hand. He said, "Hey, I need you to sex these. This guy wants to know what they are." And I sex them for him. And then the guy's like, "All right, I'll take this one." It's all right. Thanks, Billy. Appreciate it. And then just walks away.
Damn it.
Like, oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Where's my cut?
You just used me
right?
for my body. Ugh.
Yeah, right.
You just
I
want
will-
me for my probes.
There
Skylar,
was-
who we fighting?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know
Dude,
who
they
Skylar's
were-
talking about.
Oh, he was talking about the
Is
guy.
Eli a mumble rapper or SoundCloud mumble rapper?
I don't know who the
He might be.
SoundCloud mumble rapper is, but the guy we wanted to clock was the dude that told us to walk around the building after we were like 10,
Oh, I
10
got you.
steps in. yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But no, there were some, I don't know who it was, but there was a guy on the back end that had these jungles that were like, yeah, they were jungles. Yeah, I don't keep jungles, so like, but I know what a good looking jungle looks like. And like, I saw these and they were like 600 a pop. And I was like, what?
They were nice jungles, dude.
Designer.
Like, good grief. No, these weren't not the ones you're talking about. There were different ones. They're in the back.
It depends on the
It just
lineage.
seemed like
There's
a
still
lot, man.
there's still lines that are getting that kind of
Yeah.
pricing now.
That's true. He just didn't have any he didn't have anything written on him, no nothing. Normally, like when it's that kind of thing, you have the the stuff written on something so people kind of know that it's worth that. Like the gamma stuff, that really high yellow, like yeah, I get it. Okay, it'll go for that much. But these just seemed kind of random. And I was like, are you just seeing jungle and slapping a price tag on there and hoping for the best, or what's going on here? But,
The gamma
Yeah.
thing always kind of makes me laugh because, like, yeah, it's fun. It's
Yeah.
funny how the
No,
carpet
same.
market is.
Same. Yeah, it is. I don't do jungles. That's exactly why I don't. But it's
Casey, you're not
Oh,
allowed to hang out with us
okay.
anymore. Kendra's looking at skinks right now.
Good.
Tell her to
Good.
take them. I know a
Please.
guy that's looking to get rid of a bunch of skinks.
Please take them.
Yeah, please.
What's your address? I
There's
got
a
their
banned
address,
Morph
buddy.
Market
I'll,
from
I'll
her
send it
account.
to you.
Just going back to
I'd
the
like to
jungle
look.
thing.
There's no
There was a vendor that had a handful of everything, but on the back of the table was 3 deli cups with jungles on sphagnum moss, and they popped so well because of that moss. And all I could think of was, let me get it out of that deli cup, see what it really looks like. Because like when you walk by, it was like neon, like whoa, what is this? And I was like, man, we should put our jungles on moss.
Y'all are a bunch of haters, man. This has turned into the Daytona bitch recap.
What are you talking
Security
about?
sucked. Lines sucked. Jungles were garbage.
They were
Trash.
garbage. They were very nice. They were amazing jungles.
Birds were overpriced.
That I do feel some level of responsibility for.
You asshole.
Geckos all had cancer.
I just bought a bunch of cheap rat snakes. You can all go fuck yourselves.
But on that note, all of us made out like bandits. We had a great time.
Yeah, absolutely.
We saw
man.
wonderful people. The gazebo was the best it's ever been.
That was
Poppin'.
the highlight of the show, man. Seeing
Definitely.
everybody
Oh,
that we
yeah.
haven't seen in so long,
Hanging out with
and,
Keller.
seeing people I
Papa
met
Keller.
so many people that I'd never met before at the show.
Yeah,
and,
so
like,
you
it
asked
was-
like what the best thing I saw, or the best thing we all saw at the show was. For me, the best thing I saw at the show was Chris Painshab.
Oh,
Hell
absolutely.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh
Absolutely.
my lord. That man.
What a
Or
What a
Skylar's
god.
thighs. Come on.
what a
Skylar's
god.
Skylar's
You
right.
had
I like
Skylar
Skylar a
right.
lot.
At
God,
one
I
point.
love Skylar, man. Skylar's my shit.
No,
He's-
it was-
I'm so glad I met him. He's such a cool dude.
Yeah,
It
he's
was freaking awesome to meet everybody, man. Like
Yeah.
it was. That's one of
Yeah.
the things. Like when I was unsure if I was gonna be able to go or not. I was really bummed because obviously Chris was coming in. And seeing everybody else, and it was like this is the one year that of course I'm probably gonna end up missing. It's like everyone's going, at least in
Yeah.
our circle. So I'm really glad I made it, and
Yeah,
it's
very
awesome
glad.
that Chris. Like I walked around with Chris a lot. We talked to some of the older guys, so like I'd follow Chris around and we'd just be looking at stuff, and he would, we stopped at Abbott's table. And he was looking around. He was like, "Hey, we do a podcast called Corn Stars. And it's like Corn Star specific." He's like, "You want to, would you be willing to come on at some time?" And I'm just kind of standing there like the 5-year-old whose dad is asking if he can like hold something, and I'm just like, "Yeah, it's." He's like, Justin does it, and some other podcasts, and I was like, "Yeah, they're okay. Like, we have a few."
Well, I thought it was crazy because we're in the gazebo, we're all drinking, we're all getting a little silly. And Chris is like, "Hey, Phil, come here. I want to introduce you to someone." And I'm like, "Okay, who's this person?" He goes, "By the way, this is John Lasseter and his wife." And I was like,
Lasseter.
Hello.
Yeah.
"Hello."
His wife was awesome too.
My name's
Deborah,
They were
Deborah was
great.
great. Deborah.
Dude, I started talking to John because Chris did the same thing to me. He was like, "Come here, I wanted to introduce you to John Lasseter." I was like, "Oh God."
Yeah.
So I shook his hand, dude. Like immediately we started talking, and all of a sudden he pulls out his phone. He's showing me pictures of all his kings, and I'm like, "Oh man."
Yeah.
And
And then after Saturday, he was back at the gazebo again, and I was like, "Oh, so JL, what'd you get, man?" He's like, "Oh, I didn't get too much. I got a handful of this. I bought out someone's entire Leonis collection." I was like,
Yeah.
Not too much.
"Yeah."
No big
Because
deal.
I was walking. He was walking with me and Chris at one point, and I was like, "John, I said you're looking in the market for Leonis." He's like, "Yeah, if the people could tell me where they came from and sort of what the lineage is." And I was like, "Okay, so that's like 1% of what's available."
Yeah,
right?
nobody.
Six of nobody, basically. I think he ended up. I want to say Chris got some melanistic there from Trumbauer.
I think John got some too.
Dude, Chris also got leopard rats, and
He did. I helped him shop for those. He's like, "Dude, should I do it?" I was like, "Man, get those things." Like, I don't know anybody else who's. I'm sure Matt Most probably has like 50 of them. We just don't know it. I was like, I don't really know anybody else that's doing anything with those. So I was like, totally do it. The price is right. He ended up getting some. I think they were Desert Kings, either Desert Kings or Cow Kings. Those came from Jordan Parrott.
Oh,
yeah.
I think the ones he just threw in.
Yeah.
Those were a locality of cow kings.
It's so funny. We were looking at the leopard rats, and Chris was like, "So is this much for a pair?" And Jordan was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "You throwing a free Mexican Bears rat, right?" And he just went dead silent and didn't even acknowledge it. And I just kind of laughed. I was like, "Man, I'm kidding, dude." I was like, he just kind of chuckled like, "Yeah, right, fuck you, dude."
Okay.
He's like, didn't even respond to it, which is exactly the reaction I would have had if someone asked me the same question.
And then he throws in a pair of kings,
which I don't care. It was like, whatever, dude. And like,
yeah.
Parrot has Mexican Bears pretty much every year at the show.
Nice.
And I was, it's like, eventually I'll
Dude,
grab
I
them.
want Mexican Barretts bad. Like I think I've decided that's the one pair of Barretts that I want.
No.
Mexicans.
Bougie.
Yeah.
Well, say what you know. What I did not see was I didn't see any hunter flowers,
Nope.
I didn't either.
and I honestly, with the exception of a handful of Beox, I didn't see any chondros.
There wasn't that many. Yeah.
Eaton
Yeah,
had
I thought-
some that were nice. They were like tiny babies. Eaton had some decent looking ones.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what's funny
Okay.
is I saw more people walking away with chondros than I saw like at the show. Like I saw several people
Okay.
walking with some in deli cups, but I didn't see any at the show.
Interesting.
I thought
Very
it was
cool.
Odd.
Someone was giving them out then, and I don't know who it was.
Yeah, exactly.
There were so
But-
many people at the gazebo. Like I feel like I didn't get enough
Dude,
time
it
to
was
spend with everybody.
insane.
Yeah.
It was
Seriously.
insane. I lost
Yeah.
my voice from that shit, dude. It was so loud in there. Like I'm still
At one
raspy.
point, there was over 50 of us in that gazebo.
Did
That
you
was
count?
nuts.
Because I didn't.
Yeah,
I just
'cause-
guesstimated.
I got back and I sat up on one of those stools that was over there because I'm short and everyone's taller than me, and I did like a head count. It was long after we had started and like people were starting to disperse, and like circled around that little pavilion gazebo area there was over 50 people.
Dude, it was hilarious. The funniest part about that was when Jason Hood came out and Jeff came up and talked to him, and Jason
Oh
Hood
my
like
yes.
literally like bends down,
Fucking
he's, like,
giant.
Oh my god.
shakes his hand, and then Casey walks up, and Casey's like just as tall, and then Phil walked up, and I'm like, it's literally like the tree folk people in Lord of the Rings when like the hobbits are going. I was
I'm
like,
taller than Jeff
He's
and
like-
Phil, okay? I am taller than Jeff and
I
Phil.
was
Barely.
yes.
Oh
it
my
looked
God.
it looked so unnatural. It looked. It
Oh,
literally looked
God,
like he was
there's a
talking to
picture.
like 3 kids.
Everybody looks unnatural next to Jason
This is
Hood.
true.
Let's get real.
He's fucking
Like,
tall.
Oh
shit.
that
God.
dude-
Oh,
I made sure I saved that one.
I saw him and I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like, God, dude.
I even look up to that dude when I'm talking to him.
yeah.
Well, I will say this, just going back to like our favorite things of the show, I have to agree with Justin. The Agurni Depressa from Brock was super freaking cool. And I wound up meeting him outside. We were smoking a cigarette, and I told him, I was like, dude, the last time I saw these things, they were like $3,000. You have them priced very appropriately, you know? And there's another photo. Oh my god!
Hello, little boy. Are you lost?
Down at Geoff.
You just pat him on the head.
Yeah, Geoff is looking up.
I had to take that up. He always says shit about being short, and I'm like, listen here, motherfucker.
Well, and see, that's what I was about to say is that the Depressa were awesome, but the best thing at that show, in my personal opinion, was Jason Hood's radioactive blackhead pythons.
Oh, they were so fucking nice.
I have never seen snakes glow like that.
There were so many.
Ignored the bears he had at his table, didn't you? Had to go for the bougie blackheads. No one cares about bears. No love for
No
bears.
one talked about the Mexicanas Spilotes he had too. He
Oh,
had some
yeah.
heavy hitters.
Oh, my God. He did. He did.
The Dominicans he had too. Like,
yeah, that was a nice pair of Dominicans.
I
Can
was
we just
ready
say
to
he
drop
had
my
one of
name.
the? Can we just say he had one of the best tables at the show?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are we not biased
Besides
because
Billy's.
he's a buddy?
Besides
No.
Bill's.
No, we
we're
had
not-
one of the best tables of the show.
His
No,
table was way better than mine.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, it's not
Because you
so
didn't
much.
have bears, dude.
It's not.
It's
even
not so
a-
much a
Yeah.
better
Not a
table.
it's not a competition, y'all. You know, it was just
Well, yeah,
he had a
it-
fan
but
thing.
it-
It's not a competition
Yes.
because we lost.
No. It's
But no,
not.
they were awesome though because he had such variety there: pythons,
Yeah.
boas, colubrids.
It
Like,
wasn't just like one species. It's crazy.
And everything was
Yeah.
stellar. Now, Billy, did he keep that black Honduran?
What black Honduran?
You remember he sent you pictures of the Hondurans he hatched out, and one of them was like black with like yellow splashes on it.
Oh, the aberrant one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's keeping that one.
Okay, because I was gonna say I went looking for it at the table, and I was like, I don't see it, so he must have kept it.
That would be here if it was at the
Yeah,
if it was at the
exactly.
show. Yeah.
Exactly.
I did see some Kankakee bowls, which I thought was pretty cool. There's one table selling babies for like $250 a pair, which I
Yeah.
thought was actually
There was
really
yeah.
decent.
That's
That
cool.
was tempting.
Dude, there were so much. As far as like pits went, there were so many things that I was like, yeah, I want it.
Ton of Kentucky.
But Paint Shop has it, so I'm gonna wait till he produces it. You know.
Yeah, there was people with black pines.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
that I wanted to buy so bad, but I know people that I trust with them, and I'm like, I'll wait. You know, like.
Chris is like, you need
Not a
black
rush.
pines,
Not a
dude. And he
rush.
sends us videos of them like acting like basically non-venomous perps, which is pretty much what I equate them to now.
Yeah.
I would kill for
And
black
I'm like,
pines, dude.
I have zero interest in them. I don't.
Dude,
you know,
they come out of
I'm
the
very-
egg gigantic.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Enormous, dude. Dude, I'm telling you, they're like the Clayberg. They're like the Claybergs I got from Chris, dude. They're just fucking massive, just right out of the egg. I love
take
them.
my money, Chris.
Take it all.
Yeah, and then I mean, we got to mention too, like Mike Kosicki. You got to hang out with
Yeah,
Mikey.
dude.
Oh
See,
yeah, absolutely.
Mike
Dude,
was one of
Kosicki's
the
awesome.
only. Mike was one of the people that like I haven't seen his face on like any social
Yeah.
media platform, so like I had no idea what he looked like, and then Smitty came up and was like, "Hey, that's Kosicki."
It's
I was like,
Mike.
"Oh, what's up, dude?" Like,
Well,
No
on
idea, but it was
Thursday, Anna Marie and I were getting on the elevator, and there was a couple other people, and Mike and his wife walk up, and I give him the look like, I think I know that guy, and he gave me the look like, I definitely know that guy, and I was like, Mike, and he was like, Phil, and he went to give a handshake, and I was like, we hugged, buddy. We hugged.
That's like when we saw Billy Jenkins. We
Yes.
saw him out there we were out on the beach,
Mhm.
and he sat right next to us. It was on, I think, Friday.
Mhm.
And I looked over and I was like, I recognize that motherfucker. And I went to Brendan and I was like, who the fuck is that? Is that Billy? And he's like, yeah. So I ran over there, gave him a hug. It was great.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Billy, though, too, man.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
got engaged.
Yeah,
That was
congrats.
amazing. The photos. Oh.
Nice.
He apparently a handful of you got there was like a giant wholesale jellyfish stinging.
Oh yeah.
Not me, brother. I'm good.
It was like Dom and like 3 or 4 other people, I guess. They were
Andy.
swimming.
Yeah,
Dom-
Dominic and
Everyone
Andy
got
definitely got lit up by jellyfish.
Dom,
Yeah.
Andy,
Yeah.
Katie, Dan, and
Yeah.
Kendra.
Dom's like, you need to come swim with us. Come out to the beach. Go change. I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Dude, you know
Me-
what's
me and
hilarious?
James
Like,
didn't get stung at all.
I have.
I didn't get in the
grown-
water at all that week, and I feel really bad about it.
You would have got lost.
Going
You
back
would've
there
lost
for
your
that flip
shoes.
flop.
Man, you know
Yeah,
what's funny
right.
is we grew up on the beach, and like it's right there. I've been to the beach a million
Wasted on me.
times, and I've never once been stung by a jellyfish in my life. I have lived in this water, but never.
I got a thing about sand on my feet, and when I can't get it off, it drives me absolutely bananas.
It's not my feet; it's everywhere else it gets.
And it just
like
yeah, they have the little shower where you can like rinse it off, but I'm like, there's still like sand from everyone else's feet around it. So like, no matter what you do, you get sand on your feet and stuff, and then it I don't know.
It gets into all of your orifices.
Yeah,
and I'm not
cracks and
I'm
crevices.
Not about it. I am not about it.
Well, I just think it's funny that no one who hails from Florida realizes that Portuguese man o' war, an adult, like a full size one. Well, I don't want to say adult, but a full size one can have over 100-foot tentacles.
Wow.
So like you could be swimming and get thwacked, and the thing is literally 50, 60 feet away from you. Crazy.
Just like the things in Independence Day.
So I don't trust the water, man. I don't.
Let me tell you about my experience, because everybody got hit. I was one of the last ones to get hit, except for Andy, because he got hit twice. And it scared the shit out of me.
Of course he did. Because he started screaming.
Yeah, immediately. He was getting out, and he got hit on the back of the thigh. That was the second time he got hit. And he was already like, I think Dom got hit first, and then Andy got hit, I got hit, and then who else?
Katie.
Then Katie got hit.
As they were leaving.
Yeah.
They were getting out of the water.
Yeah, Katie got hit, and then Dan got hit twice
Stepping
on his feet, and then Andy was running out of the water, and he got on the back of his thigh, and he was just like, he crumbled.
It was so bad.
Long story short, there was a circle of people pissing on each other randomly at Daytona.
Everybody's got to piss.
Hashtag team water sports.
Was there lifeguards with ammonia or no?
No, they were like,
tower.
There's literally nothing you can do. Like, it's just, you just have to ride it out. But it scared me.
Not true at all, but all right.
You all got ran up on.
I
offered to pee on them. They said no.
Don't. That is a myth. Do not pee.
Look, man, it's unnatural.
Don't do that.
We all have body parts. Just accept it.
Well, when I was younger, I had a man of war tentacle go up my shorts. Like,
I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Whoa!
Man of war tentacle go up my
Good Lord.
Shorts.
I need all your fetishes, Phil.
And it stung me everywhere except the good and plenty. So
good.
Maybe good, but I don't know about plenty, buddy.
Right? So, and I vividly remember them having a jug of ammonia and just dousing me with it, and that shit worked like $1 million.
Pneumatocysts.
Yeah, straight pneumonia. I could see, but like the people that like piss on themselves, I'm like, dude, don't do that.
Some people just do it even if they're not stung by a jellyfish.
No. Yeah, some people.
I think Billy's into that.
I cast netted a jellyfish not too long.
Billy
ago.
Jenkins.
No, you.
Billy Jenkins.
Billy Jenkins probably.
Actually, I threw a cast net on a jellyfish not too long
Is it
ago.
necessary for me to drink my own urine? No, but it's sterile and I like the taste.
Yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I think it was just startling. Because everyone had gotten hit, and everyone's like, yeah, it sucks, but like, whatever.
Climbing up onto the beach like it's their friggin' like it's D-Day. No.
Well, it sucks too, because it like, you just saw them like coming down the water, like down the beach, because the people to the left of or the right of us got hit, and they started like leaving. Then we all got hit, and
the
then
screams didn't alarm you at any point where you're like, something's wrong.
It's a fucking war zone on Daytona.
Because they were so far away. Like, we just thought they were just like playing or like messing around, and we all got hit. And then the people to the left, the far left of us, all came running out of the water because they all got hit too. And I was just like, fucking jellyfish.
Andy has a new menace, and it's jellyfish. He overcame his fear of manatees.
Yeah.
And
now he's never going to get in the water again.
Story. Yeah.
And Kendra can't swim, so.
I can swim.
He said I can swim.
I told her dad we were going to Florida, and he's like, don't let her get in the water. She can't swim.
Yeah. The story is I fell into a pool when I was 2 years old. Like, Dad, of course I couldn't fucking swim.
I couldn't swim when I was 2. You did.
Yeah.
He was legitimately concerned.
Yeah.
And you threw me in.
That's great.
So I did very little drinking, which means I had no weird sleep-related incidents. But our good buddy Casey Cannon,
oh God,
there was
The story's
So-
fake. The story's made up.
It's not
Story time?
made up.
It's very true.
Sounds made up.
I gotta hear this now.
Yeah. Straight story time.
So this was Thursday night, and Casey had indulged in a plenty of beverage.
I gave him spiced rum, and that's when it all.
It was a
went
big old
south.
bottle of Admiral Nelson.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was.
so Casey, I went to bed pretty early most nights. I think I was in bed before midnight pretty much every night because I'm old and I like my sleep. And so not long after I had fallen asleep, I heard Casey and Jay come in, and Casey just comes in and he just like falls flat on the bed and just doesn't move. Like he just flat like had an aneurysm and just died right on the spot. He's just laying face down on the bed. And so then he falls asleep. And so I fall asleep again. And then at some point, Casey gets up. I don't know if he's going to the bathroom or what. And so I was like, I heard him, and he was like looking around. I was like, Casey, and he goes, ah! I mean, dead ass screams, like he had just been shot, like screams, to where I was like, hotel, like someone heard that, and they think that someone's getting robbed or something. Like he straight up yelled, and none of Danny, Becca, and Jake, none of them woke up or anything. No one piped up and said anything.
Out, dude. Apparently, Becca
Becca and Danny said they heard it. Jake doesn't say he heard it, so
Nobody
I think
moved.
this is fake. I think this is fake.
You can't count on me though.
But then, like after that, I was like, Casey. He was like, what? I was like, come to bed, dude. I was like, go to bed, buddy.
Come here, buddy.
I was like, yeah. I was like, come on, buddy. I was literally like I was talking to my child. I was like, come on, go back to bed. It's okay. I was like, it's okay, buddy. And he's like, okay. And he just came back flat, dead on the bed again, just like face down. And that dude did not move at all, like all night, because I was struggling to sleep because the down pillows and stuff like really.
Those pillows did suck. Those
me
pillows
up.
sucked so bad.
Oh, they were.
And so like I literally like I woke up periodically and Casey was in the exact same position the entire night. Like dude was comatose. I mean, like I could have punched him in the head or something. He wouldn't have known it. Like
I don't know. Still sounds made up.
Yeah,
was
something made up.
You know what we did miss that we didn't get this year? Anybody know?
A group photo.
No. We got Billy's birthday photo. But
Perry the platypus.
I wasn't there.
Just kidding.
Oh Jesus!
Jesus Christ. That's Justin.
Yeah, that's
funny.
drunk Justin.
Oh yeah.
Drunk Justin is like a new animal, man.
You need to bring him back.
We didn't assemble the Brettles team either.
Yeah,
we did not.
I'm so mad. That's the 1 year I missed, dude. I've been to Daytona like 5-6 times now, and like the 1 year I missed was the 1 year Smitty got fucking hammered.
Dumb, bro. She got IHOP like DoorDash or whatever. And she was like, she gave me some whatever was left of like some pancakes or something. She's like, you want some syrup? And I said, sure. I just grabbed the syrup cup and just drank it like a shot.
Let's go, baby.
Just the next
Yeah.
year, we're getting you drunk. It's happening.
No.
It's very hard. Good luck. It's very hard.
Big
We
boy.
have a new approach this year, and it worked fabulous.
No, it's not. It's not because he's big. It's because he just won't drink.
I have a thing called willpower.
Yeah.
He took one shot for me. So.
I did. He's like, here, I made it already. It's right here. I was like, fuck
I'll
you.
tell you what, though, this year we did something different, and we took these Pedialyte packets and chugged a water bottle full of it before we started drinking, and then the next day, no hangover.
Prepared.
Nice.
Thank you for
Nice.
that, by the way. Y'all saved me that night. 'cause
Yeah.
That night I got
Yeah,
dumb.
you're trashed.
And it was Friday and Saturday night were interesting. But I woke up fine the next morning. Yeah.
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 I was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but it was fun. It was fun.
Solid.
You guys went herping though,
Yep.
before and after everyone like y'all had left. Like
Yep.
y'all herped when
Yeah.
you got in, and then you herped before you left.
Mhm.
Yep,
In
I think
case
we
you
herped. We herped on Saturday. Casey herped with us on Sunday night, and
Yeah, Sunday night.
Yeah. Okay.
Saturday when we herped with KJ. We got
No, it was
scoped
Monday.
out.
It was Monday.
Yeah, it was Monday for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Saturday when we herped with KJ in the evening time,
With Rob and Matt.
perfect weather. Actually, no, it was that Sunday. Sunday actually. Sunday morning we harped, and we got skunked out. There was perfect weather. There was clouds. It was just awesome, but nothing was moving. And he told us, "Hey, try this again. You never know what could happen." And so we went out. That trip was actually with Matt and Rob and Alton, Kendra, and KJ, of course. But the next one was we found 3 pygmies and a cottonmouth. And I'll let Case. I found the first 2 pygmies.
He did. He spotted those things like that.
And we went down to this, like, what was it, like a little dock?
It was like a campsite thing.
Yeah, it was like a little camping area where you could stop, and we actually got out, and Jeff went to pee.
Yep,
He's like,
that's why I found it.
Oh, there's a pygmy over here, and we ran over there, and there's a pygmy curled up in situ. So we got a couple of pictures of a pygmy rattlesnake being a pygmy rattlesnake, and then
from where I was pissing.
3 minutes later, he found another one.
Yeah.
That's
raining, right?
It was raining. It was thunderstorm and raining right before we got there. It stopped when we got out of the car, and
That's that good shit, man.
Yeah, no, it was hunkered down under the palmettos.
yeah,
Right
right,
after-
on the edge.
Because we
Right
had done the
after
road a few
rain.
times.
Oh.
Didn't find anything.
But we were driving, some more on a different road that KJ sent us to, and we found Casey spotted a cottonmouth, and we jumped out of the car, and he's hooking it, trying to get it on the road so we can get some better pictures, and I'll let him tell the rest.
So I didn't see this thing. I'm trying to hook this cottonmouth, and then Jeff's like, "There's a baby one right behind you." Like, what? And I look down and no lie, 8 inches away from my foot, which has like a boat shoe on, right?
Yeah.
Is an adult pygmy rattlesnake.
It was looking up right at his ankle. I was like, Casey, get the fuck back.
Yeah.
I'm fully distracted by this cottonmouth and almost stepped on this pygmy rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Oh,
bad.
jeez.
All bad.
Casey.
But of
We
course,
just went
that's
barefoot.
the kind of thing that would happen to Casey, though.
We can't have Casey around cottonmouths because that's the second time that he's had incidences with near-death cottonmouths.
That is.
But yeah,
so
no,
that's
I would have
the thing
gotten
with,
bit, gone to the hospital, and then I would have been put in an isolation ward because I would have had COVID the same day I was envenomated by a pygmy rattlesnake.
Oh, shit.
Did they would just put you in a different room and yeah,
He gets his own wing.
He's gonna die. He's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
no,
Iron
it's Florida.
Lung.
They just would have had a doctor with a 12 gauge just shoot me. Listen, we're not going to deal with this.
Put him down. Put
him down. We're not dealing with this.
You've had a good run.
This
Yeah,
is
right.
a level 5 contamination threat.
Throw him in the pond. He's fine.
I'll tell you what, though, seeing those pygmies was something else. I know in Florida people see them all the time, but for me,
Still, I've
Kendra,
never seen one in the wild, man.
it was
Pygmies is
awesome.
cool.
We got to go
These are
herping again,
fantastic,
though.
man.
On
I
that road.
know. Yeah.
Did you
Come,
hear it
you all
rattle or
need to
no?
come see
No rattle.
me.
We hooked it and played with it,
Yeah.
a long time. Not even a single rattle.
Mm-mm.
Nope, they got
Really?
bit by fire ants, though.
Oh my God!
Oh,
While
yeah.
we were
First
taking pictures
experience
of
with
it,
fire ants.
we're standing
Straight up.
in a fire ant hole, just standing there,
Nice.
hooking, playing around with this pygmy.
Yeah.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Florida.
Start getting
Fuck
bit
that.
on the ankles. What the hell is that?
I know. I'm straight looking at this pygmy and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I can't take my eyes off this goddamn thing. Something's happening. Jeff, take the fucking hook. They're just crawling on my leg. I threw
Yeah.
my shoe off. I was like, what the fuck? They don't play out there. Fire ants out here, fine. It'll suck, but that was something else. They
I
followed
think-
you.
God was in a particularly shitty mood when he decided to create those things.
Yeah.
They're just really
there's-
pissed off that
you gotta
they're
have a
supposed to be in
lot of
Argentina
hatred.
and they've ended up in Florida.
Yeah.
I got
I
bites on my
love-
ankles still from them.
Dude,
Well,
they
did they
so
blister up
bad.
yet?
No, I didn't get no blisters, but I've been scratching them, so I got little scabs all over them now.
Nice.
Terrible.
Scabies.
I'd
Yeah.
take
But
fire ant. I'd take fire ants over seed ticks.
What?
No idea what that is.
What is
I'm
that?
terrified.
Dude, I have so I went on a walk on Hunting Island before, and I was walking around. And I was like, "Oh man, my foot kind of itches." So I scratched it, kept going about my day, and I'm like, "Man, my foot really itches." And I took off my sock, and I literally had between my 2 feet, I probably had 1,000 of these little tiny itty bitty ticks all over my feet and toes.
Oh my
Ooh,
god, that's
1,000?
my fucking
I
worst nightmare.
literally had to scrape them off with my pocket knife.
Hunting Island though has
I
a
had
ton of
to-
ticks.
I had
You
to
are gonna get
scrape
some
'em.
without a doubt.
I had to scrape them and wear
Ugh.
flip flops for a month because I had these
Like,
little tiny welts all
Hunting Island
over
has
my feet.
an abnormal
It's terrible.
amount of ticks on it in
It's
comparison to other
ungodly.
places. I don't
Ticks
know.
and
Couldn't tell you,
lice and bed bugs just make me fucking skin crawl.
Yeah, no, dude,
Oh,
I can't.
jeez.
but leeches.
I can do the big ticks, like the big
deer ticks. and
Yeah,
stuff.
I can do those because those you can rip right off. Whatever, I deal with those on a daily basis. But seed ticks, you're only going to get them in like groups of like a bunch, and they're literally the size.
They roll in packs.
They call them seed ticks for a reason. Like they're the size.
Yeah,
of seeds.
I was gonna say, is that not a chigger?
Like, no, that's not a chigger. Chiggers are like red bugs. Seed.
I've
tick-
never
Chiggers
actually
also
seen.
suck.
I've never seen a chigger. I've always felt.
Yeah, you don't
chiggers.
see
Yeah,
chiggers.
yeah,
They
you
just
really
they
don't
bite you, and they're
see
so
them.
little you
They're
can't see
just-
them.
They're just there. Chiggers
Oh,
are
those
just
things
there.
are fucking tiny.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
but seed ticks are a completely different thing. You can see these. It literally.
I gotta
took
catch
off,
a glimpse of these
I
warlocks.
took off my sock and it was black dots all over both of my feet.
Oh my
Yeah, it
Either
sounds
it
like
just wasn't
chiggers to
genital
me.
Hey,
warts.
get it off your phone. Those things are
Chiggers,
terrifying.
chiggers are red, dude.
Well, not down by me. They're not. They're
told
like
you Jake had
up here,
crabs.
dark brown.
Those weren't. No, these were black. These were.
I was
little-
turkey hunting with a couple
Oh.
guys. in-
Those are-
Trust me. I know what chiggers are.
Those are
Been
literally
there a
mites for
million
people.
times. Yeah, pretty much.
Ew. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'll listen to you, Phil.
Get that frontline spray.
Phil,
I was
speaking of turkey hunting, man, you need to go to this
Oh.
place we went to if you're going to go turkey hunting.
For real.
So many turkeys.
We must have saw like 25 turkeys.
At
Turkeys
least,
are
yeah.
always around. Turkeys are always around until they're in season.
I
I'll
thought they were
never
in
eat
season. We
poppy
saw some
seed
people
bagels
hunting.
again.
Phil knows. Phil knows.
Oh, that's a good idea. Just take a lint roller and roll them off your skin, Jake.
Ugh.
I used a pocket knife.
I got to touch
Yep.
the light here for that.
Poppy seed bagels are off the menu now.
Yeah, poppy seed bagels.
Itchy now.
Perfect example.
That's exactly what it was.
Where did
like.
this show go?
No idea.
Snakes are pretty cool, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
The
right?
beach was really nice again.
That's
this
an
year.
invert channel.
Oh my God! Can I tell you about the lady when I went to pick up Billy's birthday cake? So for those of you who are unaware, Billy Hunt turned 31 this week.
Old man.
Old man.
Damn.
So we picked him up a cake, and
One
Anna
foot in the
Maria,
grave.
when Anna Maria called it in, she's like, "Hey, we want X, Y, and Z cake, but can you put Happy Birthday Billy, and then can you draw a snake on it? Even if it's just like a squiggle or something, can you draw a snake?" Well, this girl at Publix did such a great job making like a pseudo chondro. It was the body of the snake wrapped around the cake. It was adorable. Well, we go to
Look good.
pay. It tasted delicious.
It was
We
a very good cake.
It was very good cake. We go to pay, and the woman who's the teller, the checker, the bloop bloop person, she's like, "Oh, what is that? A snake? I don't like snakes. Snakes are horrible." And I was just like, "You like snakes?" And I said, "Yeah, I do. I'm getting a cake with one on it, And she says, only good snake's a dead snake." And Anna Maria's eyes go like this. She's like, "Oh no." Oh,
Here we go.
Here we
And
go.
I-
Here
all
we
I
go.
could- all I could think of was something's gonna happen. I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna
gonna
ruin
smash
Billy's
this cake
birthday
in her
cake.
face.
The cake is going
Right.
to get messed up sometime in this
exactly.
altercation.
So I bit my tongue and I said, and I just went, tap my credit card, and we left. But like,
Yeah.
who's that stupid? You know what I
We
mean?
had something similar.
Yeah, we had a similar situation at
We
a
were
gas
coming back-
station.
Yeah, we were coming back from Cody and Pia's at like 2 in the morning
Yeah.
and
oh, God.
stopped
This
at a
is-
gas station. Everybody's got snake shirts on. And what did he say to you?
Oh, he's like, what's all snake shirts? Like in like some weird like southern drawl. Like he's a gas station worker at 2 a.m. Like
We're in a cult and there's a
And-
comet coming.
yeah, and he was telling us about how his 100 acres of woods have rattlesnakes, and we can go out and collect them all we want.
Shoot him
but
with a
he just-
shotgun. That's
yeah,
what I
he
do.
shoots them with shotguns all the time. Blah blah blah. Chops their heads off. I'm just like, I need to leave. Just give me my Twizzlers. I just want to get the fuck out of here.
Just walk away.
Just give me my fruit snacks.
Shut up.
Yep.
I didn't pay you for your thoughts on life, pal. I paid you for my Twizzlers.
Yeah, like he just seemed like a really lonely guy, and he thought that was the way to connect with us. And I was just like, please stop.
That's how
You're
people
not
do it.
making
They're like,
the
"Oh,
situation
you like
better."
snakes? Me too. I kill everyone I see."
Yeah.
Oh.
Because that's exactly what I want to hear. I just told you how
Yeah.
much I love something, and now you're going to tell me that you love to kill it.
Yeah. But if it was a dog, it'd be different,
Right,
right? You
right.
would be having that conversation with somebody.
At
At 2
I'm
a.m.
gonna
at the gas
start.
station. Well, maybe you might.
I'm gonna start showing people pictures of dead dogs. whenever they tell me they love dogs.
That doesn't make us
Don't be that
any
guy.
better.
Don't be that guy.
Doesn't make us look any
I
better.
want to so bad.
That's
Be
also
like,
how
"Oh,
you get Anita coming after you, Jake.
Oh, look at this one I hit
Very
yesterday. Oh,
Yeah,
it was
you want
so
the wrath
pretty.
of Anita coming at you? That's how you get it coming at you at full force.
No,
Jake's
You
gonna
show-
get us
Yeah.
friggin'
Yeah,
demonetized
you don't
already.
want that.
Shit.
I love
So
dogs.
he's like a new target. Yes.
I love dogs, but like that's my biggest pet peeve. Like, oh, I like snakes. Oh, let me show you this one I killed yesterday. It's like, dude, if I showed you random pictures of dogs I hit on the road, like I don't hit dogs.
That's what I was gonna say. How many
Never
fucking
have.
dogs do you
Wow,
hit?
Never have.
Jesus.
Take
You
it easy,
it's
Michael
one of those
Vick.
things. Nobody, like-
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I'm just gunning down dogs with my
Jesus.
Tacoma.
He's not actually doing that, YouTube.
No, I'm
Please don't
not.
demonetize me because of Jake.
It was a
It's
joke.
not okay.
I don't hit
Ugh.
dogs.
They don't like jokes
But
on
it's
YouTube.
annoying, man. Like, why you guys show me these pictures of this rattlesnake that you just?
I think these
chopped in,
people-
like several pieces, being like, "Look at it." You
My
like
theory
snakes?"
is that they think that when we say we like snakes, that it's like a very casual, like the same way I like to look at birds. Like birds are cool. I like birds, and so they're like
But even
that means
then-
you don't care about them, like if they're alive or dead. You just like them. Like
But even then, you don't show people pictures of dead birds.
I
when
don't
it's,
know.
when it's soft and fluffy, it's not funny when it's dead.
I don't
but when
want
it's
to talk about
scaly,
feral
it's
cats and
fine.
outside cats because that dead horse has been beaten
We're
to
not
oblivion.
going. We're not even going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not even. touching that one.
There's nothing any of the 7 of us can say that hasn't already been said.
No, we're not.
So,
Not even
Casey,
going
did you
down
come
that
home to
rabbit hole.
eggs?
I did not come home to eggs. She is
Uh,
very,
He came
very
home to a
close
loose
to eggs.
Brettles.
I did. I came home to a loose
How does it
Brettles.
feel?
Well, he found it.
Feels great.
He found it. That's the good part.
We came home to a
So,
loose
do you
ball
know why this Brettles python was missing? Did I tell you that story?
python. Oh no.
No.
No, please do.
No?
So
What is
I
it?
had some of the my rodents get loose. So I was gonna have to be gone for a couple days. So instead of like looking around my room tearing it apart for rodents, I let 2 subadult Brettles go in my room so that they could take care of them when they find them.
Jesus.
Jesus, Casey.
So I
See,
come back.
okay.
I find
Don't
one
read
room
those.
instantly.
Free roaming
Time out.
real.
And
Time.
he's sober.
Time the fuck out.
Yes,
Here's
this is how my brain works.
What? This
I'm going
I
to
love
bed.
this
I'll see y'all
episode.
tomorrow.
you guys give me a hard time for snakes getting loose on accident. Casey lets them go
Let
on
'em out.
purpose, and everyone's like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, man, do it. That's awesome.
It's a
Free
good
roaming
idea,
bros.
man.
Hell
Yeah.
It's a great idea,
Why
right?
did I think of that? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure nobody agreed with. what he
Smitty
just
loses a
said,
rhino rat, and it's
so-
like, "Oh, you get free range stuff in your room."
But see, I knew I would eventually find the Brettles. I didn't know if I would eventually find the rodents or not, and I didn't want the rodents chewing up my wires. So I found one
Justify it all
Brettles like
you want.
instantly, and the
The
next
bats are
one
already
I
up there, bud.
tore that room apart and didn't find it, and I was gone for Daytona, and I came back right after Daytona, and it's sitting right at the base of the stairs with a lump in its stomach. So who really won? Who really won? I ask you, the viewers.
The snake.
Casey the free roamer.
Oh God.
This is some bullshit.
That's right. I won.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I
Gotta
will
get a
say
leash on
this. One thing I noticed from this Daytona, which obviously I haven't been to many Daytonas, having known you fine people, but I had more people come up to me at Daytona and compliment us on our shows, on our posts, on our podcasts, our photos, our videos, and that really hit home because
Yeah.
we have this amazing group of individuals that has all these amazing talents and avenues and expertise. And I've had more people come up to compliment, not just me, but like us as a whole, and like all of us, that it just made me so happy, man. It just made me so happy to know that we are reaching out to people, and people are actually watching it, but they're actually enjoying it. And I'd like to think that we're helping people to a certain extent. And that made me feel really, really great this weekend.
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
wanna say
Yeah,
Somebody
we had
came
2
up-
guys. One more time.
Somebody came up to us that I can't remember his name, but he says, I watched Snake and Stokies that you guys sponsor. Awesome show. I love it. And I was like, hell yeah. I was like, I didn't realize somebody would even pick up on that, but that was really cool to have that happen.
Yeah.
They recognized the mustache. That's what it was.
There's the mustache.
Nice.
It's a glorious mustache.
I water it every day, so you know,
Yeah.
I try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only Tom Selleck himself.
Very jealous.
I don't know. Sunday we had 2 guys come up to us and said they like the podcast a lot and stuff, and I feel bad because I didn't get their names. It was like I was, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
Obviously, it
no.
means a lot. I just felt bad because I'm totally meant to be like, what's your name? What are you keeping? Like, what do you.
It still throws me off, man. When people are like, "Hey, man,
Yeah.
like,
Usually,
I love the show,"
because
I'm
I think
like,
I'm about to get hit by something.
I didn't do anything, like.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's weird, but it's fantastic,
Smitty!
man. I love it. My
Anna Marie and
response. Go ahead, Phil.
No. Say what you're gonna say, Jake.
I was just gonna say it still just blows my mind. Never know what to say. It's just like, yeah, thank you for your support. I love it.
Yeah, it's all you
Yeah.
can really do. It's great
Yeah.
anyway. What I was gonna say is,
if you were one of the 2 people that hit us up on Sunday and you're listening to this, please send us a message because
Yeah.
I want to talk to you.
yeah, there was a couple that me and Anna Maria were kind of running the booth while everyone kind of went and did their thing for like 2 seconds, and this couple comes up, and I'm gonna I can't remember for the life of me the shop name, but they basically said how much they love the network and they listened to all of the shows, and they opened up their own reptile shop in Asheville, and I thought that was just so
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
and
cool.
now I want to hold on. I don't want to butcher the name. Let me look it up real quick. But I just thought that
Even
was
Dom
great.
had it.
And like
Yeah.
it's not saying that
I'd be
they
down
did
for a
it
trip to Asheville
because
Anybody
of
wants to
us.
go visit
It's
the place.
It's really
It was so
nice up
awesome.
there. That's where me and
Asheville's
Katie went
nice.
for a honeymoon. It was really nice.
Dom had somebody come up to her and thank her for all the awesome episodes on her podcast and say
Yeah,
nice to meet
that
her. That
was-
was pretty cool.
That was so touching.
I saw Dom like 3 times the entire weekend.
I saw
What?
Brendan once, I think.
Yeah.
Twice.
Dominique is like a butterfly. Like she'll pop in for like 2 seconds, and you
you
like
can't
blink and
catch
turn
her.
around, and she's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blue
Dom's
Blue
doing
Ridge
her thing,
Reptiles.
Blue Ridge Reptiles, yes.
Blue
Oh, yeah,
Blue Ridge
yeah,
Reptiles.
Yeah.
I know who
Thank
they are.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for the wonderful compliments, and you guys
Yeah.
were great. And I hope to one day come in the shop and check it out, man, because that's just
Yeah.
thank you. It was awesome.
Yeah. Awesome.
We got to swim with manatees over the weekend. That was pretty fucking cool.
Whoa, where'd you do that?
So we went to, what was it? Some springs
why you asked me
and
this.
not far from Daytona.
Did you guys go to Blue Springs?
Yes, that's the
That
one.
one.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, Blue
And
Springs is the closest one to Daytona.
There was 4 manatees. There was 2 that had the little tracker thing on them. That was, the buoy.
Buoy thing. that's
And
on
yeah,
tails.
they were like just big, huge potatoes swimming right up next to us, passing by. And then you have the manatee police yelling at you, "Keep your hands out of the water! It's a
Yeah.
$5,000 fine. And if you touch them, blah blah." And I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit!"
What if they touch you?
Jeff dives in the water. Yeah.
College accepted, motherfucker.
Yeah, I won't lie.
Pet this bitch.
I will hug a sea cow before I die.
Yeah.
There's no better way to go out. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was incredible. There's a baby,
Yeah, there's a baby. That was
and
cool.
then there's river otters,
Yep.
and it was the coolest experience ever.
That's awesome.
Sounds
Dude,
like
seeing otters in the wild is fantastic.
Especially
almost
in water
did one.
that clear.
They're
Yeah.
so cool. They are so cool to watch. There's one time I was fishing, so we get otters around here quite a bit. And one time I was fishing, and they had made, it was low tide because our tides changed like drastically here, and they had made a mudslide in the pluff mud, and they were literally running up the pluff mud, sliding down and running back up, and just going in a circle of sliding down. It was like it was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, this
Oh my
is
gosh.
you can't see this, man. Like, this is fantastic.
That's cool. Yeah, we almost ran over one when we went herping with KJ. I ran across the road. And I was like, shit.
Out of me. Yeah.
Dude, those things can get big, man. I've seen some massive otters around here before.
But it was like random because we weren't near. I didn't think
We were right next to the highway.
Yeah.
Just this bail bondsman's, taco or
Jeez.
sub shop.
Yeah,
I
that's
was like,
Florida.
Why is there
Weird
water
combo.
around here? Like we're in the woods.
Well, I was just about to say, Florida's a magical place, swimming with
Yeah.
manatees and otters, catching pygmy rattlesnakes,
yeah,
drinking
so
like
eggs.
tortoises,
Yeah.
Drinking way too much.
Drinking, far too much, but I'm still alive, so I call it.
Yeah, I don't know how many $7 bottles of water I got over the weekend, but it was a lot.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Chris
so-
Payne Shab and I bought 2 12-packs for
Oh my
$100. $100 at the convenience store in the
Yeah.
What?
in the
What?
hotel.
That was in the hotel, though.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you don't
Highway
do that.
robbery.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Chris justified it by saying that that's what you'd be paying if you ordered them one by one at the bar, and he was right. But
Yeah.
good God, it was expensive.
I can only
there's a
imagine.
liquor store like a block down the road.
That's
Yeah.
what we did. Yeah, we went and got
Dude,
some.
We got
I'm gonna
it.
walk away from the party to walk to a liquor store.
I brought
That's true.
I brought a handle of liquor, man. I'm from Buford. I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm not
Yeah,
paying.
We
Billy
left the
that's
handle
what-
in the hotel room. When we
Yeah,
left.
again this year because no one
Billy-
wanted to drink it.
We figured
How
out a
much
really
was
good
Gentleman
recipe
Jack's left?
too. Speaking of that, the spice rum, the vanilla spice rum stuff.
Oh yeah.
If you mix that with Angry Orchard, you get a drink that tastes like an alcoholic apple pie. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I was
So wait,
surprisingly
Angry
impressed.
Orchard and spiced rum?
Yeah.
What is this stuff? It was like a vanilla spice rum.
No, it's just so spiced rum has a vanilla flavor to it. So it was just normal spiced rum, but it has a
Okay.
vanilla taste to it. But yeah, the spiced rum and the Angry Orchard, like in any type of apple ale, mix it. Tastes like an apple pie. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it was really good.
It would have been better cold
Alright.
for sure, but it was definitely solid.
But fuck it.
I
We're
didn't.
gonna
I
call it
didn't
the
think.
Daytona
I didn't,
special from here on
I
out.
didn't. I didn't think it was gonna be good, but Casey was like, "Dude, you gotta try it," and I'm like, I'm a
Well,
try
I feel-
guy. So
I had an Angry Orchard with Fireball. I can't remember what the drink's called.
There's
that
a
was
name for that. There's a name for that. I don't remember what
Pissed
it
Off
is.
Orchard.
It's like an angry
Death-
apple or something like that.
Death. That's what that is.
But it's so good.
No, Hangover. Is that what that's called? Yeah.
Pedialyte. That's what that's called. But
Yeah.
How much-
yeah.
How many
Yeah.
green tea shots were left?
Oh God.
I had one of those and it didn't really taste like
I'm
green
not
tea,
in.
man. I was a little disappointed.
Come
Well,
on.
it's not green tea.
Why
There
is it
wasn't
called green
much
tea
left.
then?
Yeah. Well, all I know is that from Friday to Sunday, I went through 750 milliliters of Drumshambo gunpowder gin.
hell
So-
yeah.
It was a good weekend.
Oh yeah.
Pass.
I had so many mules and we kept charging it to the room. And then
Oh,
we saw our
God.
receipt at the end and I was like, oh, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
told
I did.
you.
Dude,
I
there's
did
a
a
reason
bad
nothing in
thing.
that hotel has a price on it.
No.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
For real. Like a cup of fruit was like $12. I was like, are you kidding me? Jesus
Well,
Christ.
Margins are
And-
good when they're 400%.
Yeah.
Speaking
Anna
of money,
Maria-
though, people are dumping money. Sorry for interrupting, but people
No,
are
you're
dumping
good.
money at that US Arc show. Like fucking
Yeah.
Auction,
$3,000
yeah.
on Jello shots. Like,
I'm kind of glad I didn't.
It
I
was
didn't
like
go to
that.
that because I heard it was stupid hot. There was a
Oh,
lot
it
of
was-
people in that room.
Yeah,
lot of
there was
people.
a lot of people.
Phil
there.
Goss is holding up a gun. You better fucking support US Arc. No, I'm just kidding. But no, they were auctioning off an awesome 1911, which was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of people.
Mhm.
Yeah. The photos of Phil Goss holding the pistol.
That's all to her.
That
She
was
took that.
hilarious. It's like you will donate to US Arc.
Yeah.
You will.
Join or die.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You got to see the book.
That was
Yeah.
cool.
That was
got to
really
see the
cool.
book.
I wanted to just stand there and read it, but people were bidding or whatever. It was stupid.
Yeah, I
We
saw
did at
pictures of
one
it. I was like,
point.
man, someone's gonna rip some pages or something by accident in there. And I was like, whoever
I
finally ends up
know.
with that at the end of the night, it's gonna be like all used and worn. And
Didn't Clay
Oh.
win it?
So it's
Clay got
the
it for
it's the
$300.
second complete
Yeah.
Carpet Python book. I feel like we should say what book it is. It's the
Yes,
second complete
yes.
Carpet Python book.
Yes, it's the Bible.
More complete.
It's more complete, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we should hope. I don't know when we're getting our copy, but we pre-ordered it. I think they said like October or something like that.
It should be soon.
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna do a Baird's
Awesome.
book, and it'll be all 20 pages long. It'll be glorious.
I'll buy it, buddy.
I'll buy it.
Oh look, see,
I
Casey
won't.
doesn't even want it. Casey just left.
He's like,
yeah,
oh,
no. He's like,
Well, I was shocked.
Fuck it.
He said Baird's.
this is
I'm out.
Baird's. Nah.
Casey has like 4 pictures in the book, which I thought was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, there's another picture of like everybody reading it going around. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, there's a couple pictures like that, which is hilarious. Like, oh yeah, the the drunken party. All of a sudden, there's a bunch of people like stopping this party to look at a book.
Bunch of nerds.
Priorities.
Let's read.
Priorities. Yeah.
Fucking nerds.
Harry is
We're
still
all
mad
nerds.
that all his Miller Lights have the Jags logo on them. Which is like,
Make
dude,
it quick,
you're
man.
near Jacksonville. You're in that territory.
Well, Harry, you're drinking Miller Lite for Christ's sake. I mean, this is a Daytona leftover, but have a little class, bud.
Decisions
Stella
were made.
Artois.
Decisions were made.
Look, all I'm saying is something.
Or
has a
maybe.
Jag-
but they're
all I'm
big.
saying is something has a Jags logo on it. I ain't drinking it.
So, real quick, so
trash.
we just
Remember
talked about
that.
the two guys that came up to us on Sunday. One of them literally just messaged me. His name is Travis Cassette. So
Hell
thank
yeah.
you.
Nice.
Nice.
That's
You
awesome.
listen to the best podcast in the game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Casey, what is that?
Golden duck, man.
So it's a golden duck.
Golden goose.
The Golden
I'm
Goose.
still convinced everybody watches for Justin's feet, but
Apparently,
That's the only
I
reason I pop on.
have
You spread
gecko
them?
toes. Fucking asshole.
Yeah,
You
keep
no,
those
okay,
fucking outta
so
here.
Need to sock those things.
Jake has these weird. Jake has borderline fingers for toes, dude. These things are long,
Unsubscribe
weird,
right now.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Come on,
like
man. They're
prehensile. Like this fool
I
could
didn't-
hang like a bat.
What the hell did I just
didn't-
walk into?
not- dude. Nobody
Science,
like.
Science, Jake.
I've never had that before until Daytona, and somebody was like,
got
"Dude, you have
monkey
gecko
feet.
toes. You have gecko toes," and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" And I'm
Are
like,
you one of those
Gecko toe
weirdos that's got the
Jake.
web toes
"Fuck,
too?
dude! Like I've never gotten this in my life, and now all of a sudden I have weird toes."
Do you
Like,
have? Do you have like flippers? You got web between them?
No, I don't have web.
Like if you get in the water and you paddle around like a duck.
Broadside.
I can pinch you.
Oh my god, get them away from me! Jesus Christ, you could.
Can you spit webs out of them? Like, come on. Geez.
It's like a freaking eagle coming after me.
Around. Talons, baby. You know, one time when I was younger, my dad was
Show
like,
us your French fry toes.
Oh my
Yes,
god, Katie.
Yes, I can. I was picking up my snake hook with my toes today, actually, while I was cleaning snakes. I can pick things up with my
He's
toes.
training.
Just like
Yeah.
a capuchin monkey.
Chihuahuas are gonna
All I'm
scoop 'em up.
saying, all I'm saying is when shit hits the fan, I'm gonna be at the top.
Climbing
I'm gonna be at
trees.
the top of the chain. So
When our species needs to
Yeah.
de-evolve into tree climbers, they're going to be putting me in the breeding
Smoke a
list.
cigar with him.
look,
Jake's got a cigarette in his toes.
I can't. What? I can hold a cigar.
Oh my
at
god,
my
take it
morning.
out of this
Ew,
screen, bro.
oh my god.
Fuck.
What is wrong with you?
What the hell is?
Have you seen a doctor?
You need to put a warning on this episode, Justin. Holy
It's like
shit.
a tarantula threat display where the triglycerides go in
Only
opposite
feet.
It's
directions,
gonna spit. Watch out. It's gonna spit.
like a freaking emu foot.
My toes are low, man.
Cassowary talons.
It's fucking
He walks into
velociraptor.
the in the morning. He walks into the kitchen and taps it on the floor.
Oh,
That clicking sound they
you need to
make.
go to a doctor.
Does anyone
I
keep
can-
Purusha?
Why are we like this?
Heart man,
Somebody-
heart Karusha.
Oh, God.
Somebody get Jake some
Sweating.
ficus to eat. Pothos. Somebody get Jake some pothos to eat.
I'll send you some
Purusha.
photos, bro. I got you. Keep your feet hungry.
Girl
Let's
boy.
go.
It's just,
Oh, man.
leave my toes alone, man. Oh.
Oh,
I got, lo-
shit.
I got, I got,
He was-
I got long appendages.
He
Don't
was
know what's
complaining
going on
about
with
how uncomfortable his sandals were the entire weekend. I was like, dude, well, you're wearing them on your hands. What do you expect?
That little dick toes.
Oh
me.
god.
Yeah, what was it, Keller? He was like, dude, my foot's 2 sizes bigger than yours, and your toes are longer than mine. I'm like,
I think I said it was like in Werewolf in London when he's transforming and his hand gets all like long and weird. It looked exactly the same as that.
Take my strong foot.
Oh man.
No, I'm not doing it. I was gonna stick my feet up to the camera, but I'm not gonna do that.
He stuck
Please
him out on the
don't.
balcony of the
Yeah.
hotel and pigeons started perching on him.
Oh,
Just
God.
because I can scale glass and a glimpse doesn't mean you guys have to make fun of me.
Whatever, gecko boy.
The gnolls were nesting in it.
I created it
Spiral
all.
Bacillus broadside.
Oh, shit.
Y'all need to stop, man. I'm sweating like a.
He's got claws and toe pads.
I just need an entire episode to see what items you can pick up with your feet.
All of them. All of them. Y'all
That's
would be
for-
shocked. Y'all would be shocked at the things I can pick up between my big toe.
We
and
probably
my-
wouldn't.
Start with
But
bottles of alcohol.
My
Not
handwriting is
surprised
better
at
with my
all.
feet than it is with my hands.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I don't want to know what you do with your feet, Jake.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
don't
all you,
wanna-
bro.
You don't want to know. No,
I'm good with my feet, babe.
Jesus. I think you could pick your nose with those things, dude.
I can. So no.
Of course.
Wait a second, you guys can't?
Huh? Dude, stop looking at him, man.
I can't.
Like,
I can't look away. It's like staring at the
He's
sun.
self-conscious, guys. Come on, leave him
Don't.
alone.
Don't. Oh my god.
Touch him.
They're
Spread
like-
them.
They're coming for me. It's that
Spread them
is
for me, Jake.
literally like a child is trying to reach out and grab my foot. Oh my god.
Help me. Help me, Justin.
Oh,
Look, Katie just came in to see him herself.
Gotta see this shit. Neighbors are gonna come over.
You just reach for me. It's like a sloth coming to get you.
Here's my little hand.
Do you guys remember
Babadook?
You guys remember in Ace Ventura when they're making fun of Cliffhanger and the little raccoon is like,
these bad boys.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, that would be easy. I can between those two toes. Yeah.
Oh my god!
oh god, it's so
Put them away.
Holy!
This is a family program, sir.
Yeah, put that to return to sender. Fucking ship those back.
Now we're definitely going to get demonetized after that.
It's like
You're on the wrong side for this.
You still under warranty, Jake? Get that shit replaced, bro.
This is a kid's show, Jake. Come on.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Actually,
He's going to roll up to get a friggin' pedicure, and they're going to be like, "You want a manicure?"
Dude, I will flip this table. I will flip this table with my toes. Okay.
A lot more than that.
The feet are getting angry, guys. Leave them alone.
Burn the twitch.
I will throw you.
The veins are throbbing.
It's like the claw.
Sweating.
Holy shit! You guys do anything else exciting?
Pick that up and wipe your face with it with your foot. I swear to God.
Oh no!
I'm gonna fucking lose
I'm not that flexible, but I can pick it up. That's
Jesus.
no problem. It's easy, man.
Just poked me in the eye when you did that.
Billy, did you get a chance to even walk around the show at all? Like,
A little bit.
look around?
Yeah, a little bit. But honestly, it was probably for the best because you guys all know me. So,
Let's just
I
talk
don't
about how
have
much of a
any.
Saint Billy is, though. Like, we went and bought way more animals than we needed to, and we asked him to ship them, and without a fucking beat, he said, "Yes, I got you guys." Like,
Of course.
come on, stand
How
up.
it is,
Not
man.
many people will do that. So, thank you again, Billy.
Sir.
anytime,
Chosen
I'll do
family.
it next year too.
Definitely.
So, Brennan came over today, and finally, I don't know if you guys saw in the group, but I put rhinos in his hands.
Nice.
And that was just after he left Skylar's place. So he had Barons at Skylar's and then rhinos over here. And he finally came out with it saying that rhinos are
Rhinos
better.
are the better rhino.
No.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Look,
Hard pass.
okay, this is how
Jake,
you know
do it
how
with your
serious
footer.
this
I
is.
don't want you to do it.
Me and Billy agree on it. That's how you know this is legit.
That's two
Yeah.
toes down from Jake. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
That's good.
Jake's only feet. Fuck.
2 toes down.
Oh god. That, you know what
Barons
this
and
is?
die.
We need
Yeah.
shirts that say Team Rhino or Team Barons. That has to happen.
We're gonna get a picture
I'm
of
good
you
with
too
that.
next Daytona.
I'm
I
good with
need,
that.
to, I need to figure out how to make the graphic. I'm not proficient enough in Photoshop to figure out how to make it a vector yet. I've tried.
Yeah, that needs to happen.
Because rhinos are better
No.
Okay.
in every way.
There's a lot of people at this show though, especially
Yeah,
from
there
Washington.
was. There's a ton.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's
Because they
and
wanted
it's the
to get away
biggest
from the
thing.
rain.
Yeah, it's hot here. Well, this last week was. But-
It's like 75 degrees. It's
Yeah,
killer.
the 1 month that we got that it's just sun. Fuck.
I think it was 95 today.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Like
Yeah, it was like at
78%
least
humidity.
95 the entire drive up for me.
We stopped in Phoenix and it was 100 and something outside, and I was like, mm-mm.
Casey,
And
why
if
are
we had
you
more
hiding
time-
under that blanket?
What?
He's
Did
hiding
Jake's
from
feet scare you?
toes.
Yeah.
Dude, I have fucking coronavirus, remember? I'm
Oh,
freezing cold
man.
right now.
For my feet.
You rub Jake's feet, it'll cure it.
Did you manage to do anything on your layover in Phoenix?
No, we had 5 hours, but like Dustin was, he was too far away. Jake is.
I forgot about that.
Billy said Jake is typing Justin's foot marking like he's not Billy's like Jake said.
That story's got to get told.
Oh,
God.
I didn't snipe shit, okay?
Dude,
I didn't say
you
Not
piece
on
of shit,
purpose.
man.
It's like, hey,
Oh,
look,
shit.
I have the snake for sale. Do you want it? Yeah, I do. That snake's trash. Buy mine instead.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Fuck Billy. He's got a table. He'll do fine. He'll be okay.
How that went. That is
Damn it,
not
Jake.
how that went. I know.
All right, explain it, boy.
Move the
Probably
mic
threaten
closer
him
so
with
that
his
you're actually
toes.
talking into it.
So, okay. Billy, will you actually listen to me now and how the story actually went?
No.
Okay.
I'll
So
listen
what-
to your lies.
What? No. So what
Bullshit.
happened?
There's Jake's version
What?
and then there's Billy's version.
No, Billy's version is I sniped the sale from under him. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what anybody was paying for nothing. I didn't know shit. All I know
Plausible deniability.
All I know was somebody was buying a male from me and I didn't have any females. Somebody backed out on a female. And since somebody was buying a lone male, I said, hey, just heads up. I have this female available. I'm just throwing it out there. I had other people lined up to get this thing, but I wanted to offer it to the guy who was getting a lone male first just because I was trying to be nice, okay? Because I didn't want him to get the mail and then me sell it to somebody else and then be like, dude, what the fuck? Like I was getting a mail from you. So I was like, hey, just so you know, this mail is here if you want it. And he was like, yeah, I'll take it. And I was like, okay. I didn't try to undercut anybody. I threw out my price. I didn't know what Billy was offering. It just was what it was. Okay. I didn't
I
snipe
believe you like I
nothing.
believe CNN.
I didn't.
So here's what happened, right? So
Anita's gonna come after you, bro. You're gonna watch your fucking self.
the dogs and now this.
Remember that.
Dogs and food, you're
Fuck.
done, buddy.
Jakes, you're done.
Rip.
I
It was
don't.
nice knowing you.
I love how Anita just comes out of the depths like a great white.
I didn't snipe
lurking.
anything from anybody. Okay.
The best part was, isn't it our friends Jenkins and Brendan?
No, it was.
It wasn't Jenkins. It was
was-
Brendan.
So here's what happened. Here's what really happened.
Here's what actually happened.
That
Here's the
is what
truth.
happened. No.
Here's
the
no,
truth.
That was the truth.
You listen to Billy's side and then
Okay,
come to your own
okay,
conclusions.
Okay.
So Brennan is messaging me and stuff. He's trying to see what I'm bringing to the show, seeing if there's anything, all that. He was originally interested in the striped caramel girl that I have.
Which she was
And-
nice. I wanted her.
Yeah, you kept messing with her.
Dude, that snake was awesome.
It was killer.
Yeah,
That's the
I
best thing
almost
at your
sold-
table, dude. I'm sorry.
I
That
almost
was-
sold her, but guy didn't want her.
I
But,
tried to give you $100 for her and you
Did
didn't take
Jake talk to him as well?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, he bought a snake from me.
Probably. Yeah. So, yeah. I'll give you a coastal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then.
it.
Yeah. Oh, that's the
I don't
super.
even-
Yeah, that's the super. But yeah. So I'm talking to Brennan, and he's like, "All right, that caramel, pretty much. I'm interested. I want to see her first. I'm interested." I'm like, okay. So then he asked if there's anything else. And I'm like, oh, probably this farm bred IJ girl, all that. And I know he likes stripes. I'm like, hey, she has like a stripe down the first part of her neck and all that. So I send him pictures, all this stuff. He's like, all right, forget the caramel. I want that IJ. I'll get it at the show. All right, cool, no problem, man. We work out all the details, all that stuff. A week later,
Jake, are you paying attention to this?
Oh, I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm
I'm gonna read it.
Oh!
Jake sniped
no,
See,
Billy
this is
as well.
different because now we have
Before
proof.
you read this,
Now
no,
we have
I
evidence.
have proof too. I had no idea what Billy was offering this female out for.
Doesn't matter.
Ability.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. I didn't. You're acting like I undercut you and stole a sale from you. I did
Fake
no
news.
such thing.
Fake news.
I did no such thing.
We'll let the jury decide. How about that?
Okay, let's
All
hear it.
right. All right.
Casey's bundled up like a Native American child.
Yeah, it's gonna go on
Coronavirus.
spirit thing.
Continue.
So-
Billy.
Got COVID.
So a week later, I get a message from Brennan. Word for word. I'm going to pass on that IJ, man. Brot's ended up having a guy back out on a female that really complements the male's phenotype. So I'm going to go with her instead.
As I said,
to help him out with some funds. And I'm like,
okay, well, that's not. I can't say anything to that. I wasn't asking for handouts. I had two.
Jake,
I
you
had
put
two
your feet
other
all over that cell.
I
Wow.
could have sold that female to anybody, but since he was,
But he didn't.
Since he was buying a male. And Billy, fuck you! You still sold that IJ. You still sold the other one, so you can shut up. Shut your mouth.
Okay, so all right,
Fucking loser. How about that?
I'll
It's like a sniper battle in Saving Private
Don't
Ryan.
flip them off with your toes now.
I can't do that, unfortunately. I could bend it out with my fingers, not by myself.
Oh my gosh. So
He got the receipts.
I have the
Brendan
receipts, too.
did. He ended up sending those pictures to Skylar, and Skylar wanted her, so it ended up working out. But I did tell Brennan that I was gonna give Jake a hard time all weekend, and I feel like
As you should.
that, so
I feel like I also accomplished it because then you started throwing it. I was like, okay, we're gonna play this. We'll play. If you're better at selling snakes, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. But it's
Whoa!
it is
Whoa!
Wow,
Shots fired, buddy.
Oh,
man, jeez, the guy that produced one clutch 6 years ago.
Two clutches. Two clutches. All right.
I said shoot across her nose.
Oh,
not
you
up
know
it.
what? You know what's even better? I only produced 2 clutches, and I still sold more than you. Holy shit!
Ooh, like
Damn,
8 years
you
ago.
got him backed into a corner. Look at how panicked he is.
I thought we were sweating.
He's
man.
clawing out with his toes.
His
I'm
toes
still
are
here,
starting to
guys.
sweat.
I'll be out of here fast as fuck with these toes, boy. Don't
Fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Got my
There's holes in
Lamborghinis.
the ground.
My Lamborghinis.
This is concrete. This is my Lamborghinis.
Damn.
Babies.
Oh,
You got them Lambo toes.
Bitch is long as fuck, boy.
what are those?
What are those?
Nobody knows.
What are toes?
Oh, shit.
Gosh.
Well, sounds like somebody's just salty that I made a sale and they didn't. So
It's okay,
Well,
Jake. We still love you.
I watched
Not all of us.
Billy. I watched Billy sell one of his 2 male Russian rat snakes, and they're both stunning animals. But he sold one of the males.
What do you
and
mean,
now-
but? There is no but. They're Russian rats. They're awesome.
Okay, you're correct. One was obviously pretty than the other one. The guy
Yes, obviously pretty in the other.
bought the uglier of the 2. So now we all have to find Billy a female that.
Well, that was
complements.
another one. I was like, Billy, I'll buy it for $100, and he like completely ignored me. I can't
Yeah,
believe
because-
he didn't take the bait.
that. Yeah.
He's got over $100 worth
I
of
was like,
food.
Billy, I'll give you $100 for it.
Yeah.
He was like, he didn't even respond. He just ignored me.
I think I did just walk away.
He didn't
Turn
do
around or
anything. He
something.
just- I was like, it was.
I was there.
It was worth a
Yeah.
shot.
Like, yeah, well,
Yeah.
go the other way.
Yeah. You never know. Never know till you ask.
Yeah.
Well, is everybody
Well-
trying to go next year to Daytona?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I will
Oh,
see.
yeah.
I don't know. This whole line thing kind of has me messed up.
Yeah, right.
That's me seriously considering my allegiance.
Man. Yeah.
Jake, I'm gonna need you to wear closed-toed shoes. Those next
No.
Fully
No,
Socks.
Yeah,
Absolutely
there's
not.
children there.
Like,
You gotta sock those things. Crew socks.
You need
Nothing
a
less.
permit for those goddamn things.
Oh, do they make toe socks long enough?
No.
Dude, I can't.
They
get
call those
shows.
Those
mittens.
shoes.
I can't-
Yeah, they call
The
those gloves.
shoes.
Dude, I can't wear the toe shoes. I can't. I've tried. They're
No
too
shit.
small.
I can't
Right.
fucking believe it.
Oh.
We could just get him some
Oh,
latex gloves and he could wear those.
Yeah.
Then we're sanitary and they're covered up. And those things get pretty sweaty though, I'm sure.
Oh, man.
Gross.
Like
I
these.
wore, so I got those my
You gotta wear the blue ones.
yeah, Gen shoes. Those were a horrible idea because those are the most uncomfortable shoes on the planet.
Aw,
So,
you tried.
I like my toe shoes. I used to rock the toe shoes.
why does that not surprise me?
Did you
I
lose
would
them?
love-
Crocs
I
or
would-
die.
I would
Yeah, where are they
love-
at, buddy?
That was in
I would
high
love
school,
to.
man. I was in high school when I rocked them.
I would love.
You're not
to-
losing those in the ocean, so I suggest you
Casey?
wear those
No.
next time.
I had expensive
Casey.
ones.
I
Why?
gotta ask you to save some pussy for the rest of us, buddy.
Fuck, bro. I'm married.
You need to
Engaged,
be
come on.
careful walking in with those toe shoes because you're gonna get everyone excited. People are gonna get hot and bothered, and we can't have that happen in a giant.
Do the
crowd.
toe shoes
I'm
and
hot
your
and
walking
bothered
jeans.
thinking about it.
Game
Some-
changer if you had Healy toe shoes.
Ooh, that's next
Wow.
level.
Or they light up.
Whoa. They're running back down.
Yeah.
It just went from 6 to midnight.
That's got me wet.
Oh,
Somewhere-
so moist.
Somewhere in Indonesia right now, there's a slow Loris jerking off to this video.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
All I'm saying is, if anybody sees me practicing my nunchucks in my garage with my Crocs on, just keep on walking. I don't need anybody getting pregnant.
Better have that shit in 4-wheel drive. 'Cause,
Mind your business.
That's the most white trash thing we've ever said on this show.
Oh, man.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Well, needless to say, it was a great weekend, everybody.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
oh, my
time.
liver hurts, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
There
won't
is-
lie. I think that Gendra was more drunk last year.
I think so.
Yes, I learned my lesson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last year I threw up. This year I did
Well,
not throw up.
Yeah, last year we also mixed alcohol much more. This year we kind of stayed steady with like 3 different types of alcohol, and that was it.
We learned our lesson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least
Yeah.
I did. I wasn't throwing up at a Coles the next day. So
Oh yes, that was
that
glorious.
was.
I remember this weekend, I feel like Geoff was way more composed and Kendra was not so happy.
I remember Kendra specifically last year.
Yeah.
As you said,
Yeah.
very happy. Very,
Very
very
happy.
happy.
Very
That
happy.
was-
Well,
it was
Well, that's the problem,
fantastic. I
man.
was like, oh, you're gonna feel great.
It's like we show up on a Thursday and everyone goes super hard that first night, and then it slowly gets less.
Friday.
And I'm like,
But that's the night to
Pace
do it.
yourself.
Thursday's the night to do it.
Yeah, because you
Yeah,
get to
it
sleep in Friday.
Well, I went pretty hard most nights. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Well, that's the case
yeah,
again.
yeah, you did. You're
Yeah.
the exception.
That's canon time. Yeah.
Yeah, I am a little disturbed that we didn't drunk dial foreign countries. I
Yeah.
kind of wanted to
We
do
almost
that.
did.
Yeah, we almost did. At one point, I was going to FaceTime Burke, and I was like, with my luck, he probably won't answer, and I'll have an entire pavilion angry at me.
You gotta do it incognito, man.
Yeah, right. Well, I took that one video of all of us when we first got to the gazebo and we're all partying and drinking, and like I did like because I'm short, I did hold the phone in the air and like pan the room to like show everyone, and you see like
His face.
yeah, right. Well, so I held it up, and you see everyone kind of wave, and Rob Christian gives a thumbs up, and Jeremy Turgeon's there, and he's giving yeah, and you see Jason Bill in the background. which I thought was fantastic. Everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, there was some heat in that gazebo. I mean, we had Jason Hood, Jason Balin, Ryan Young, KJ, all of us. Like, there's a lot of people.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of
man.
PNW folks there this year.
There was.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Bunch of
You guys
freaks
brought
that
the
migrate.
squad.
Yeah.
We're trying, man. We try to spread the word. It's like that's the show I like to go to just because of
Mhm.
all you motherfuckers. But
Hell
Yeah, man.
like,
Yeah.
it's a good time. The
Hell
beach,
yeah,
the
brother.
hotel, like that's good.
Yeah. You ain't getting that in Chicago, that's for sure.
Uh,
Yeah.
We want
Absolutely
to go,
not.
but yeah.
Business. You get all business in Chicago.
Yeah,
No
Chicago's
pleasure.
a business trip.
Well,
What's that? October?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had some people ask me, they're like, "Are you going to Tinley?" I'm like, "Nah."
fuck no. I want to.
No.
I want to,
Yeah,
but it's
I
also-
want to.
I want to
so
go at
bad.
least one time, but like not this year.
Our shows always are on the same days as Tinley in
Yeah.
October. I'm like, are we spending
Our
money?
local shows.
I don't need a pedicure. You fuck. My toes
Oh,
are
fuck yeah.
fantastic. You didn't
$20
see-
for his feet.
Did y'all,
Fuck
did
yeah.
y'all, did y'all
I
look
don't
at,
need more than 20.
did y'all look at my
These fuckers
nails?
need some work.
Okay, my nails are fantastic. I am flawless.
It's like an
I take-
operating room team to
it's
handle
called-
that shit.
It's called personal care, and I do it regularly. okay?
I need a
Post
priest.
fashion. Look it up.
Just because I have long toes does not mean I need any.
You need a
type
toe
of-
installment.
Dude, look at these bad boys though.
Yeah, but you
Hey,
can
it's
take off like a.
I'm sure
perfect.
those are not in code, Jake. Like, come on.
No, they're a half inch. They're a half inch over the limit, but it's okay.
They're
My
not-
nail, the
They're
nails
not
are fine.
bass that we're fishing for. They're freaking
The,
toes.
the nails are fine. The nails are fine.
Wiggle those in the
though.
water. You'll catch something.
The nails are fine.
You
though.
just see him just
Come on.
fucking
No, all the fish would flee because
Big old sturgeon will latch onto there.
A gang of eels.
I feed fish with my toes. I put the food in between them, and
He's fucking noodling over there with
Forget fisting, dude.
You're goddamn right.
Got me the big one.
I hook a bass with these bad boys.
Oh my god.
Just bedazzle him, Jake.
I'd imagine when Jesus walked on water, he had something similar.
Well, no, Jake's toes is like a basilisk. You know, he's got to cut through the meniscus as he runs on water.
Yeah, you probably could lip a bass.
He's a little bit slime at every step.
Y'all laugh till I'm the one catching fish in an apocalypse. That's all I'm gonna say to that.
We would assume you were already
fish.
like mutated from the apocalypse.
You went
Radiation
full
has
adult.
already got him.
It's already here. Yeah.
The 5G.
Oh,
What
God.
would it be? I don't know. My toes are
Well.
what they are. You can all fuck off.
I don't know about y'all, but I gave the show overall a solid 8 out of 10.
That's a high number.
I mean
I'll go-
Daytona, not this show.
Oh, okay.
This show
yeah.
gets a solid 2.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Ghost.
A solid 2.
I have 10 toes. Come on.
I give it 2 toes out of 10.
Look, I think
The baby toes too. God
It's a
damn it.
2-toe rating.
One of those
The
toes is the
shortest
pinky.
ones.
I don't know. I give this expo a solid 10 because all of us were together. We all had a great
Yeah.
time. We all made a
I was
bunch of
saying,
memories.
like, the show itself. Obviously, outside of that, the whole
No,
weekend
but-
was a 10. But the
I
show
think
You gotta include all that though.
Nah, I think all of us got animals. We all had a fun time. You know,
I fed
it
all
was
mine
great.
today, and they ate too. By the way,
Oh, nice, nice.
I give it a 10 out of 10 too. There's awesome people, lots of variety at the show.
Yeah,
Minus the lying thing, but other
It's
than that, it
always
was
a blast.
fantastic.
But it's always over way too soon.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I always look forward to it next year.
that's it.
Yeah.
I saw Warren Booth was talking about coming next year, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, and I know
Awesome.
Podfather mentioned he wants to come too. So
Heck yeah.
We're gonna need a bigger
I'll get
pavilion.
better. Yeah.
yeah, yep.
So,
Was there anything else people want to touch base on before we wrap this thing up?
Sport US Archer, Phil Goss is coming for you.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Those
Uh,
are
Well, we want to give round robins, do our send offs. Smitty, you want to go first? We'll go clockwise.
about whose toes?
Yes. Yes. Thank you for paying attention. Perfect.
Like, what are we?
Send offs.
What's
Send-offs,
what is
man.
That, what does that mean?
Send
Wrapping
yourself
the show.
off.
Your
His name
Palmetto
is-
Coast
His
Exotics.
name is
Oh.
Justin
Done this
Smith.
before?
You can
Okay.
find him at Palmetto Coast
Yes.
Exotics on Instagram and YouTube.
Amateur
Thank you, Phil.
hour up in
You can
Shut
also
up.
find him and the Herpetoculture Network, which you're already watching. Snakes and Stogies Monday nights, Corn Stars every couple Thursdays, and the Herpetoculture podcast every Thursday night.
Soon
What
to be
about
over
ContraCast?
if Jake keeps it up.
Eesh.
Fucking shit. I'll bring back
Dude,
ContraCast
are
in
you mad?
replacement
Are
of
you
in a
mad?
heartbeat.
Are you mad because everybody's gravitating towards my feed over yours now?
No.
Is that what it is? You jealous?
The annual ContraCast is coming soon.
Oh fuck.
well, you know they started up GTP Keeper again.
Peaky's out.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah, it's getting fired back up. So you got to get on that ball, boy.
How do you keep
Sir.
green trees like this? Cool, me too. See you next week.
Yeah.
And in the center of the screen, we have on the top Mr. Jacob Bratz of Longleaf Reptilia.
Long toes reptilia.
You can find him on Instagram at Longleaf Reptilia, as well as on the Herpetoculture Network Thursday nights.
They call him
As for
DJ
my
Long Digits.
As for myself, my name is Phil Wolf. You can catch me here on the Herpetoculture Network Monday nights at 9 o'clock for Snakes and Stogies, as well as Venom Exchange Radio, where I'm joined by the illustrious Mr. Nipper Reed to speak about all things venomous. There will be a new episode Sunday where we talk to a fine gentleman from South Africa about some scorpions. So I won't give too much away. As
Don't
well as
tease
Venom,
me like that.
Venom Exchange Radio on every podcast app that you can use, and the Venomous Etiquette videos on YouTube, which I'm working on the next one. God only knows when it'll be done. Below me, the Gendra. the fine folks who sponsor our podcast, the Puget Sound Pythons. Take it away.
Yeah, you can follow us at Puget Sound Pythons and all the things when we can post. And hopefully soon we'll start up our podcast again over at Tom News Radio. We're trying to get back on the horse with that, but
Someone's schedule doesn't work.
yeah, new job, love it.
You have that awesome studio. You got to use it.
I know it's just stacked up with freaking plastic bins right now, so I don't know.
Pythons.
Too many. But yeah, follow us. We keep a lot of ball pythons, all that good stuff.
Phil is the
Instagram,
glue to this
Facebook,
show.
too.
Keeps us together.
Gorilla
Kind of
glue.
like the webbing in between Jake's feet.
Oof.
I don't have any webbing between my feet.
And thank you, Billy Jenkins. I appreciate
Merman.
the compliment, and it was a pleasure enjoying your company this weekend. You and your lovely fiance.
Ooh.
Hey.
She was probably looking at us all like, "What the fuck is wrong with these people?"
Just like, oh my God, these are his friends. I'm married.
These are who you hang out with.
What
Oh
are we
my
getting
God.
into?
Fuck.
Oh God, he's autistic. He's been hiding from me.
He is artistic.
And Mr. Billy Hunt, what do you got?
I actually want you to do my send off.
Yeah, I want you to do mine too. I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, come on, buddy.
Come on, Billy, you're doing
Give it to
well.
me. Let's hear
So
it.
in the center
Come
of
on.
the screen with the fantastic rack system as his backdrop is the one and only Mr. Billy Hunt, or as my girlfriend likes to call him, Billy motherfucking Hunt. You can find him at Uwabami Reptiles on Instagram as well as Facebook, and his own website, uwabamireptiles.com. He also has an impressive blog where he speaks about all things Morelia and the carpets and chondros that he keeps. Did Casey leave? Is he?
Time out. I got him. He's coming back.
He's coming back.
I tapped out at the wrong time, man.
Why do
my
why
phone
is-
did not want to hear my outro.
Why is
Do
Casey
my
a
send
floating
off.
head?
Bye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look. All right.
Fucking
So
Wizard of Oz.
And I'm out.
yeah.
He's dressed like one of the dudes from MXC, the Mr.
I
Extreme
feel like-
Elimination Challenge.
I feel like Casey is on the side of the road in the middle of the desert selling me snakes and sparklers.
And peyote.
Peyote.
Yeah. Well, on the bottom left hand of your screen, if you're watching this, we have the. What, are you telling me to hurry up?
No. I want to hear this.
Oh,
Speed it up, Phil.
the fine,
Slow it down.
He's-
Slow it down. No, I need the ego boost.
the fine piece of human flesh that we call the cannon.
Why'd you have to
Mr.
say it like
Casey Cannon of Cannon Fire Reptiles. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is in all of his COVID-ridden glory with his beautiful Native American quilt. If you want to find the finest, literally, and I'm not joking, this is dead serious, the finest Brettles pythons in North America, go to Cannon Fire Reptiles on Instagram as well as Facebook, even though it doesn't check it. And soon to be a wide cornucopia of ball python morphs as well as some eclectic colubrids. So
Fucking
check it
sell
out,
out.
Cannon Fire Reptiles. And Mike Cubbins, thank you for your commentary. We love you dearly.
that. Billy's a
Did I-
sellout too.
Did I cover everybody?
Am I?
Yeah. That was
We have not covered blackboxcages.com.
Yes.
Yes.
Mike Romano.
Smitty, you're sponsored by Sellouts, so
Right, you are, Ken.
Blackboxcages.com. Check them out.
Best of
Steve
the best.
Sanctuary.
that is
Check
that
him
is
out.
canon
I'm
right
hot
there.
sauce.
fine.
Make it happen, Captain.
Yes, sir.
Silent Hill Reptiles. Facebook,
Yes.
Instagram, silenthillreptiles.com.
Future Sound Python. We already
Yeah.
went over them.
Bye,
too,
Jake.
but-
Oh my god.
Bye.
Bye, buddy.
Oh, that was good.
That's our send off.
Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah, this show is definitely called
High
Snakes and
five.
Sparklers. Oh, it's so gross. God.
I'm
I
not
need
gonna sleep
Lotrimin
tonight.
just watching this.
Oh man.
Oh.
Jake's street name is Hang 10.
Oh, God.
All right.
To anyone,
Shelby's only.
to anyone in the group chat, thank you for sticking around.
Yeah.
We started off with, I think, 49 people. We're down to 19. God bless you, last 19 people.
You need
I'm
help.
sorry.
Is what you need.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. And we
Later,
appreciate
Steven.
everyone. And we look forward to seeing you and hearing from you as much as we can. This week, is there a THP tomorrow or no?
No.
This was covering it. This is
all right.
covering
So
it.
we'll see everyone Monday night, Snakes and Stogies, 9 p.m. East Coast time. Thank you for watching.
We'll be back with THP for the next week. So everybody look out
Thursday
for that.
night.
But
Yeah,
good to go.
Yes.
Thank everybody for listening and checking in once again to this episode of the Herpeticulture Network.
Hey.
Hey, the THN.
Thank you.
Yeah, brother.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Gorlami.
Enjoy my
Got
toes.
some gabagool.